Warm greetings from the high 10. It's Everyday Shenanigans. Thanks for joining me. Bad news, everybody. Bad news. Lord have mercy. Give me strength. The news I've dreaded for 3 months, I now bring to you. I want to thank you for joining me. One viewing, that's okay. Thank you so much. Hello, everybody. Thank you, Norma. Thank you, Miss Didi. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much. Whew. I'm going to get through this. Hello, baby. You all pull up a chair and come on and join the queen. Seven viewing. Tonight's discussion will be pertaining to Desheena Kyle, 26 years of age, a Knoxville resident who was found deceased this week. The hunt for Brian Laundrie. Said information I'm going to bring you, information some of you may have already heard, but I'm going to recap the information and I'm going to try to tie everything in together pertaining to the murder and death of Miss Petito, the death of people out in the National Forest at Bridger Teton Park, and Mr. Laundrie. Said information. Thank you all so much. Thank you, honey. Thank you all so much. Just putting out my notifications so people know that I'm out. I was trying to get on as quick as I could, so I got to get up. I got a funeral to go to tomorrow. Someone I know has passed away. I want to pay my respects tomorrow to Miss Tyra Gladden. Anybody that knows Miss Tyra, she's a nice lady, fabulous hairdresser. I'm going to pay my respects to her tomorrow. So I really want to get this live over with so I can get some rest. Thank you all for joining me. Fall on in. Thank you so much for joining me. Said information. Thank you. Hi, baby. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you, Rags. Thank you. Thank you all. I'm angry tonight. I'm very angry tonight. Because I'm trying to figure out why would you kill someone for no reason? It's not your place. It's not your place. It was never your place. But I know God has a plan and He's gonna right the wrong. Thank you all so much. Tonight I wear purple. Most of you are not going to know why. I'm going to tell you why I changed my clothes. This is Desheena's favorite color. So I wear purple tonight for her. My condolences to the Kyle family, extended family, her parents, the community, friends. You had no right. Wasn't your place, sir. Well, we know you did this, and I'm going to put you on blast too, because I don't have anything to lose, you see, because I don't owe you nothing, and I don't give a damn about who you are. I don't care who you're related to. See, Queen don't rock like that. I don't care. Mr. Bassett, Queen don't care. You stole something that didn't belong to you. She didn't belong to you. And now somebody has to lay it to rest because of what you did. What you selfishly stole. But you've got time to think about that now, don't you? In that little box out there on Maloneyville Road. You've got time to think about that. Wasn't your place. Take a life. Thank you, baby. This is for Desheena. Her favorite color is purple. So this is why the Queen has on purple tonight. It's all right, baby. Just so long as you hear it, it's all that matters. I'm going to bring you said information. The insider is the source. Thank you so much for joining me. Desheena Kyle, a 26-year-old Tennessee woman who'd been missing for 3 months, has been found dead. Police say her boyfriend is a person of interest in the case. This was uploaded today. The body of Desheena Kyle, who'd been missing for 3 months, was found on Tuesday. The community had been searching for her because it didn't think police had done enough, WVLT said. Police previously named Kyle's boyfriend a person of interest in the case. A 26-year-old Knoxville, Tennessee woman who'd been missing for 3 months has been found dead, police confirmed on Thursday. Desheena Desheena Kyle's grandmother reported her missing on June 28th, and Kyle was last been seen at her apartment on Wilson Road on June 18th, according to police. Officers found a body on Tuesday at a home on Sam Tillery. I can't get this. I can't do this. I can't do this. Officers found a body on Tuesday. I can't do this. Oh, man. I thought I was going to get this right. Okay. Officers found a body on Tuesday at a home on Sam Tillery Road that has since been identified as Kyle, police said, and the death was ruled a homicide. Police previously named Kyle's boyfriend, John Bassett, a person of interest in her disappearance. No charges have been filed, but a spokesperson for the Knoxville Police Department told Insider on Thursday that Bassett was also a person of interest in Kyle's death. Okay. Bassett was arrested in July on charges related to an outstanding probation violation warrant and is in custody, police said. Cal's family previously told, the local news station WVLT that it had become frustrated with law enforcement over what it perceived to be a lack of effort in investigating her disappearance, which police did not consider a possible homicide until August. Members of Cal's family and others in Knoxville community had been searching the city and wooded areas for her for weeks. If it was not for the community of Knoxville helping to look for her and keep her name alive, as well as the news coverage, we might still be waiting for answers, Cal's aunt Rita Turner told Knox News. We could not have done this alone, and now we see how much it makes a difference. This information is by the Insider. Excuse me for a second, I'll be right back. Hold on a second, please. Just 1 minute. Okay, everybody. Thank you for waiting. Thank you. Sorry about that. Thank you for joining me. For those coming into the chat late, thank you, Rags. Thank you all so much. Hold on, honey. Thank you so much. For those of you coming in late and just now tuning in to the said information, Desheena Kyle, 26, was found on Tuesday dead. She had been missing for 3 months. And the family was frustrated, of course, because no one would believe them, I guess, with what they were trying to tell the police, that something was amiss, something was foul pertaining to her disappearance. And it wasn't until August, this article states, this by the Insider, if you need a source, that they believed, indeed, there was a homicide. And her boyfriend is a person of interest. They found her body on Tuesday at a home on Sam Tillery Road and has been identified as Miss Kyle. And the death has been ruled a homicide. John Bassett is the boyfriend, the person of interest in her disappearance. No charges have been filed. He is currently inside of a jail Knoxville jail, then the county, the penal farm. Everybody knows the penal farm on Maloneyville Road, because that's where your ass gonna stay. Did you hear that? That's where you gonna stay, Mr. John Bassett, until Knoxville brings formal charges of murder to your other drug charge. I said that. I hope they give you a phone in there and you can watch the Queen talk about your black ass. Now y'all come for me. I ain't what you want. Because you stole something that didn't belong to you. What the devil stole, he got to give it back 7 times fold. Did you hear that, Mr. Bassett? You see, we're going to have a little quick chat before I start talking about Mr. Laundry, because somebody out there needs to hear this. Possibly another MF like you and Mr. Laundry. Yeah, we're going there tonight, because I ain't got nothing to lose. I heard you was hiding at first. And see, what I find interesting is, which one was you hiding for? The drug charge or the murder? Help me understand. I'm lost. You got the nerve to be out here already on paper, fool. Come on, Queen, bring it to him. You was already dirty, as they say in the streets. Biding time on the charge. Drug charge. And you got the nerve to take a life, Negro? Really? And then hid. Somebody said you was hiding in the attic. Angela, did you say that? I did. Now send me a nasty note. Wait a minute, player. You were hiding. What you hiding for? You didn't hide when you stole a life. Help the Queen understand. You didn't hide when you stole her life. But you know folks like to talk. And it don't really matter to me if it's true or not. I don't even care if it's a lie right now. Yeah, that part. They said you hid in somebody's attic. Now, whose attic was that, homeboy? Was it your mama's attic? The attic? Well, guess what, baby? Mr. John Bassett, you ain't got to worry about that no more. You ain't got to worry about that no more. Because you see it in stone now. Out there on Maloneyville Road. You ain't got to worry about hiding nowhere. No more. No attics. No crawl space. No cellars. No dungeons. No rabbit holes. Because you see it in stone right now. By the grace of God, you see it in stone. Because you stole Miss Kyle's life. And you will forfeit your own. That will be your even exchange. Because as they say it in the street, even swap ain't no swindle. Even swap ain't no swindle. That's a nice mug shot too you got going on. Nice look you got going on. Maybe you can find a pookie that'll braid your hair and keep your hair nice while you're locked up. You a joke. If you need verification for the information I brought you to the death of Desheena Kyle, the insider is the source. Prayers to the family. We're going to get justice either way. And I'm going to keep her name on this channel to the very end. Whether it takes 2 months, 3 months, a year, or Mr. John Bassett, your ass going down. So I'm going to keep your name on Everyday Shenanigans too. Since some of you thugs want to be famous, I'm going to make you famous. I'm going to make you famous. Yeah, that part. You stole a life, and you're going to forfeit yours. What you stole, you got to give it back 7 times. When you think about that, and you're going to ask yourself, was it worth it? What you stole from Miss Kyle, because that wasn't your place. That wasn't your place. I'm tired of this mess of you nasty beings out here stealing these women's lives because you think you can. Shit ain't going your way, so you say to yourself, you won't take a life because things ain't working out in your favor. And I wish somebody had called in time, if I'm to believe the information in the article pertaining to the altercation that led to this child's death. Who saw it and who heard the altercation? Why didn't you call? Did you not call? What's going on with you people out here? Because I don't know what to think about the information from the article. Because have you heard it to repeat it? Well, sweet Jesus, come out, didn't you call? She be here. Because you motherfuckers always worrying about the snitch rule until it's your damn turn and it's your mama, your sister. Then you want somebody to damn talk. You should never have to put the shoe on to understand what it feels like. That means you're an empty vessel yourself. And you are no better than John Bassett, Brian Laundrie, Chris Watts. You the fucking same. As most of you know, there's a lot of shenanigans going on with Mr. Laundrie. Shouldn't even have to talk about him because in the end, that's what happens. The suspect, person of interest, killer becomes the focus and the victim is put on the back burner. Many people have said this when it comes to stories of people who have killed multitude of people, such as serial killers, such as Theodore Bundy, John Wayne Gacy, Jeffrey Dahmer. The victims get put on the back burner because it's sensationalized because they've killed so many people. I get it. It is a fascination because in your mind, you're trying to tell yourself, what the hell's going on here? Why are they killing all these people? Why? But what did I tell you all? You have to think like they think. Why not? I did it because I could. I don't need your permission. It is the God complex. I did it because I could. But we are not going to let the killer get the limelight. The victims are the top priority. So we are going to fight for justice for Desheena Kyle, Summer Wells, Cal City Boys, so forth and so on. And those other victims out there in the Bridger Teton Park, they have family too. They have friends too. And somebody snuffed out those folks out there. Somebody snuffed them out. And who did it? Is it Mr. Laundrie? Are we talking about a serial killer? Not just the killer of Miss Petito, but also a killer of others. Who is Brian Laundrie? And did he kill those other people in the park? Because we have another victim who is now gone. Father of two from Texas. How did he die out there? Same time frame as Mr. Laundrie and Miss Petito visiting the park. Did Brian Laundrie kill this man? Something's going on out there. And I'm not talking about no bear, no cougar. Something with 2 feet is sloughing off civilians, hikers, campers. So we're going to wait and see who comes up dead as I speak. Because if don't nobody come up dead, come on, Queen, in the next week, 2, then perhaps our killer is hiding right over here. Stay woke. One second. Can't get my information to pull up. Hello, honey. Thank you for joining me. Yes, prayers for Desheena Kyle. Thank you, Jesus. Amen. As most of you know, a fight broke out near the Laundrie's home in Northport. This article don't want to stay up. Arguing back and forth. Somebody with a megaphone. You can sit here all you want with your megaphone. I don't care, but you come on my property again, I'm going to F you up, beat your ASS. The neighbor yelled at the protester. You're going to jail, the protester said. This information, craziness going on in front of these people's property. What in God's name is going on with this case? This guy's missing in action. FBI has a phone in their custody. How many phones are we talking about? Said it's not a burner phone. AT&T's a carrier. What's going on here? The 14th, they've got surveillance. You went in the store to get a phone. Mr. Laundrie with your mommy, older lady. Well, you hanging on to that old lady, weren't you? Real tight. She needs her tail whooped too. Her and your pawpaw, they need their tails beat too. You're getting this telephone, but yet she says you went missing on the 17th. So what I want to know is the phone that you bought on the 14th, is that the phone that the FBI has? Is that the phone? Help me understand. Is that the said phone? Did they take the phone back to AT&T to say, hey, is this the phone that Brian got on the 14th? And the people said, yeah. So where is your phone from Wyoming? The original phone. Do you have that phone right now? You see, oh, Angela, don't break it down for them. Brian. You know that eventually we're going to find out if mommy and daddy is paying the bill on the old phone. You didn't think about that, did you? So I'm going to ask you. Are you carrying around your old phone, sir, with you? Because like I said, it's really not going to matter. But we're curious. If the FBI has the phone that you just purchased a couple weeks ago, then that means you kept the old phone or you bought another phone. So now are we talking about 3 phones? 2 or 3? 2 or 3? 3 or 2? What are we talking about? And once again, who buys a phone to kill themselves? I told you all to stay woke. Okay? Stay woke. You don't buy phones to then go kill yourself, shoot yourself. Who does that? Nobody. 9 times out of 10, you've already decided if you want to kill yourself when you got back from Wyoming. I killed that girl. I can't live with myself. They're going to find out I killed her. They're going to find her body. It doesn't go September 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, September 30th. Yeah, I can count. Too much time has passed. And you're not dead. You are not dead. You are alive. Well, what we're curious to know, how many phones have you gathered since leaving Wyoming? Did you throw away your old phone? Or are you now using your old phone? Or you discarded your old phone and you bought a new phone, which that doesn't make any sense, to buy a new phone to then leave the new phone behind. When you already know what you did out in Wyoming. So you want me to believe you came home for 2 weeks, decided to kill yourself, and buy a new phone and go kill yourself 3 days later. Is that what you're telling me? Is that what you're telling me? You bought a phone on the 14th. And then on the 17th, you walked out into the reserve and killed yourself. As I state, you came back on the 1st, so you've had 2 weeks to decide if you want to live or die or confess to the murder of Gabby Petito and to the theft charges on the credit cards. But instead, you walk your ass into a store on the 14th with your mama and buy a phone, not a burner phone. So that means you're paying for service then if it's not a burner phone. Stay woke, everybody. But then you leave it behind? Why would you do that? Brian, Stop playing childish games. You can't win. You can't win. Because you see, you're going to be like Mr. Bassett if they don't kill you first. You're going to be in a little tiny box with your feet dangling over your bed because the bed won't be big enough to hold you if indeed you're a tall guy. And that'll be your damn problem. Because I really don't give a damn what happens to you, quite frankly. Because I know you killed that girl. And you're never going to tell the truth that you killed her. And all these games you're playing with cell phones and stuff. Your parents have a lot of money to burn. That's obvious. Cell phones, plane trips, going to a campsite when you just killed somebody. What the hell is wrong with you and your mom and daddy? Running around the neighborhood on a bicycle with your damn mama. Is there something going on that I'm missing? Yeah, Queen gonna go there. Because there's something goofy going on with you and mommy. I said it. Riding your bicycle around the neighborhood and you just murdered that girl? Really? What were they doing? Riding a bicycle? Riding your bicycle around the neighborhood with your mama? Huh? How old are you? You see, I wouldn't mind a man riding his bicycle around the neighborhood with his mama if he hadn't killed his damn girlfriend days before. But it don't look good. You riding around, driving Miss Daisy, and you just sloughed off your damn girlfriend. Yeah, I got a problem with that. What did you tell your mommy and daddy when you got back from Wyoming? Mommy, daddy, I got a problem. I got to talk to you. I'm in big trouble. Things got really hectic out there. She was doing this, she was saying this, and just one thing led to another. Is that what you said? Is that what you said? One thing led to another. I couldn't control myself. Things got out of hand. I didn't mean to do it. I love her. I didn't mean it. She's made me so angry. Is that how it went? But you see, I know that in the end that won't matter because your behavior now is what matters. You're walking around as if it's nothing. And your parents are aiding you, have aided you. And I don't care what they've told that lawyer. That means nothing to me. You are guilty, sir, of murdering Miss Petito. And your parents have aided you. You see, Queen stays woke. See, I look for the things to come out that will be the truth by law enforcement, such as the phone situation, staying at that cabin, park, whatever, campsite. All that's public information. So that puts the ball in motion that this is a ruse, this mess you and your parents are concocting. You walking off into the forest like a storybook. He left his phone behind. He grabbed his backpack and he walked off into the reserve. Nice try. That story might sit well with a 4-year-old, but not a 50-year-old. Try again. I know you're out there somewhere where there's Wi-Fi, and the best thing you can do is turn yourself in. Because what's going to happen is you're going to get tired of this shuffling around and being scared. Something bad is going to happen to you out there. Because perhaps you're going to meet the same fate as Gabby Petito. See, you didn't think about that, did you? Because as I said with Mr. Bassett and Miss Desheena Kyle, that what the devil stole, he's got to give it back 7 times fold. So the life that you stole, you've got to give it back 7 times, Mr. Laundry. So while you are out here ducking and dodging and running around with your tail between your legs, you perhaps will meet the same fate as Gabby Petito. Did that ever occur to you, sir? Of course not. That's why I know that you're guilty. That's why I know that you're guilty. Because you're doing too much to stay under the radar, which is the sign of a guilty person. Because let me tell you something, game recognize game. See, I'm a little older than you, Mr. Laundry. I know a few things that you don't know. And the one thing that I know is that people steal every day. Nobody goes on a run for stealing $1,000 on a credit card. They just face the music. Ting. They don't buy phones. They don't leave phones behind. They don't park their cars at a reserve. They don't go hash out a plan with their parents at a campsite. That's what guilty people do. That's why I know your parents are involved as well after the fact. And who's to say, if we can get verification on these airline flights, perhaps they are also in collusion to the plan to go back and murder Gabby Petito, excuse me. Is that what we're saying? Because you see, there's something fishy with the flying back and forth. And as I brought the fans the information earlier, are we talking about a disagreement where you got heated and left and went home, got rid of her things, thinking it was over? And then you two made up and you flew back. And then things jumped off again and you killed her. Passion or intentional? Or could it be number 2? You two fought, you flew home, and as you got home, discarding her things allegedly in a storage unit, you said to yourself, I'm done with this girl. I'm sick of her. I don't want to deal with her anymore. I don't want to deal with her. And I think I'm going to go back to Wyoming and do her in. I'm going to pretend that I care. I'm going to pretend that we made up. And then I'm going to bring the bang to Miss Petito. She won't even see it coming. Because I'm sick of her. Is that how it happened? Because it can't be probably one or the other. Hello, Diane. You are a piece of work, sir. You are a piece of work. The dog believes you're in Appalachia, North Carolina. I don't know what is the truth, but I know there's a lot of craziness going on. I know that because of you, your neighbors are riled up, people fighting, going to jail, being on people's property. As I told people in the chat, please be respectful of other people's property. Because right now, these people didn't sign up for this shenanigans going on down there in Florida. Nobody wants all these people running around the neighborhood, news trucks, people watching, filming stuff. That's going to get annoying. And if you're a homeowner, you'll understand that. And really, you shouldn't have to be a homeowner to understand. People want peace and quiet. People don't want people running around their neighborhoods. Especially don't want you out there with a bullhorn. I get it. You want these people to stand account, but you can't make them. So in you trying to make the laundry stand account, you're raising hell in the neighborhood and you're causing a problem. Do you understand? And now a fight has broken out. This is not how you do business. and somebody else is going to get hurt. And then we'll be talking about the death of somebody, all because people have gotten riled up over the laundries. Stay away from these people's house. Just stay away. It's not worth the trouble. I'm looking at pictures of these people filming each other, arguing. Crazy, crazy nonsense. Trying to get this mugshot. Angelo Jason Zappacosta was the man arrested. 48 years old. He's accused of pushing another guy into the chest and swinging at him, though it wasn't connected. According to the victim's report, Zappacosta was angry that he was reportedly on his property a few days before. He was hanging around and wanted poster pertaining to Mr. Laundrie. As they say, the tension is boiling pertaining to Brian Laundrie, and this battle broke out outside the Florida home. This is not good. Different pictures of people filming. Somebody put up a makeshift flower pertaining to Gabby Petito. It's a monument out in the front yard, and somebody threw it away. Florida News Times is the source. You see, this is getting out of control down there. Something's got to give with the people hanging around. Something's got to go. Because somebody's going to get hurt if you all don't stop this nonsense. Florida Times is the source. This is pertaining to the burner phone. Federal government is looking for a burner phone pertaining to Brian Laundrie. This was reported the day he went missing, TMZ learned. Sources involved in the Laundrie investigation told TMZ FBI agents recently visited the AT&T store in Northport, Florida, where Laundrie's parents live, and seized surveillance footage. Brian is said to have gone to the store with an older woman on the 14th and bought a phone before they left. Timing is important because September 14th is the date Laundrie's parents claim to have last seen him leave the house. They said he had his backpack and intended to go to a nearby nature reserve, but never returned. They reported that he went missing on the 17th. So which is it, the 14th or the 17th? When I contacted AT&T store in Northport, employees said on the 14th that they couldn't confirm or refuse Brian's presence and were told not to discuss the issue. He also contacted an AT&T company and said, "Thank you for your inquiry. We need to introduce this to law enforcement agencies." We contacted law enforcement agencies again. They didn't confirm or deny. We broke the story about bounty hunter Dog. He claims he knows Laundrie is still alive and approaching him. Federal government investigating last burner phone purchase date seen by Brian Laundrie. These are different sources of information you can bring out and go look up with Florida News Times. I'm going to say it again. Who buys a phone on the 14th and then goes off into the reserve same day? But yet your parents report you missing on the 17th. So he's living with them. Why would they wait 3 days to report him missing? See, this is why I tell you everything you need to know at the beginning of the story. 14th, he buys a phone. 14th, he goes missing in the reserve. 17th, they report him missing. But yet we have confirmation somewhere between the 3rd and the 8th. They all went camping somewhere. You people. I don't know what to say. Then we have a man missing out of Bridger Teton. A man out of Texas, father of two. How did he die? Who gave Mr. Dog information pertaining to the Appalachian Trail? I'd like to know that. Most of you know that the FBI has returned back to the house to retrieve more items pertaining to Brian Laundrie. Hold on. Also, they entered a camper Thursday afternoon. So when I told you earlier that they were back there today, they were back there. What's a new day now?
In Northport this time, they walked in with a bag and walked out with items. Laundry was the fiance of 22-year-old Gabby Petito, found dead in Teton County, Wyoming. Week News reporter Erica Jackson joins us live from outside the house in Northport. And Erica, tell us what you saw.
Lois, after hours of not much, a burst of activity around 1 o'clock. I made eye contact with Brian's father, Christopher Laundrie, as he walked out to his mailbox. And just minutes before, the FBI parked in his driveway, back to get more of Brian's personal belongings. The Laundrie family attorney tells us the FBI came to get some items that K9 units could use for scent detection. The two agents pulled up here around 1 o'clock in a black unmarked SUV, and one agent was carrying a large brown paper bag. The other was carrying a small cooler. They entered the home without hesitation. It appears someone inside opened the door for the agents, anticipating their arrival. Both agents spent a few minutes in the home. They walked out directly toward the camper. One agent was wearing an FBI vest, and they fully crawled inside, while the other agent peeked in from the back and had both feet planted on the ground. Now, that agent was holding a specimen sample cup. Their search lasted less than a minute at the camper. Then they walked back inside with that plastic cup in hand. Then when they left, one agent had the cooler that they had when they arrived, but the other agent walked out of the home empty-handed. The brown bag he arrived with was left at the home. The agents wouldn't answer any reporter questions, and as usual, an FBI spokesperson wouldn't comment about the search. Neighbors here want answers, all of Northport for that matter. It seems like instead, the list of questions for investigators keeps growing, just like the memorial outside of Northport City Hall.
It is evident by looking at this memorial how caring and compassionate the citizens of this city are. Their heart has been broken by the pain. They've identified with the family.
The mayor said that the city wants to honor the 22-year-old who once lived in this home. Plans are underway to put a memorial bench somewhere in the city. And there's been talks of adding wings on that bench so it can be a permanent spot for everyone to heal in the city.
Amen.
All right, Erica, thank you. A lot of people need to heal after this, and so many people just want to do something to help.
Yeah. Okay, that's that information. So they went in. They went to the camper. Brought out a specimen. What that is, I have no idea. I don't even want to know. I don't think I want to know. What did they bring out? Then they said they left a bag. So what was that all about? About to drop the StreamYard so you all can hit the link. I've talked enough. Something's going on with this man. Something's going on out there, out west. I'm waiting to see if there will be any more unclaimed bodies out there in Bridger Teton, because if there are no more bodies, then perhaps Mr. Laundrie is our infamous killer of others besides Miss Petito, because something's not right. Something's not right. And somehow he thinks this is a game. And one thing you all have to remember about talking about people like this, they get a jolt out of you discussing them. Be it Facebook, social media, TV, it's all the same. When you're sick, you're enjoying this. Look at them. They're talking about me every day. And some people don't care that it's bad news, bad conversation, innuendos. They love it. Any attention is good attention. I don't care that they're saying I'm a killer. I don't care. Who cares? They're talking about me. Is Brian Laundrie a serial killer? Has he killed other people out there in that park? That is the discussion tonight. And also, Desheena Kyle has been discovered dead this week at a house in Knoxville, Tennessee. Her boyfriend, Mr. John Bassett, is a person of interest in her death. Many of you have heard me talk about her, why I'm wearing purple this evening. This is for Miss Desheena. This is her favorite color. When I get more information pertaining to the arrangements and everything, when the family, decides to make arrangements and everything, I will bring you that said information. Prayers to the Kyle family, Turner family. Amen. Yes, baby, she's gone. Hit the link. Oh, mercy. The rain, it pours. Hello, Sarah. It's very sad. Well, the family has suspected, the boyfriend was behind her disappearance. And the said house, from what I'm hearing, is that it belongs to one of his family members. I believe the house was abandoned where she was found. Either inside, outside, whichever, doesn't really matter. The point is, why would you even take someone there knowing there's a chance that her body would be found on the property, beside the property, whichever? It makes no sense. What do you mean, Pinky? Thank you, Rags. If you want to discuss the death of Desheena Kyle and this nonsense pertaining to Brian Laundrie, is he a killer of others? Is he a serial killer? Has he killed these other people out here? I need to bring you information pertaining to Mr. Robert, because some of you do not know who he is. You're just hearing he said, she said, different versions. But you need to know that he is a man. He is no longer with us, and he was out there at that park. One second. Yes, they all need to go down. Yes. Hopefully this article will stay up. Okay. The last trace from Robert Lowry, 46, a father of two from Houston, was reportedly a ping from his cell phone in Jackson on August 23rd. Lowry was seen on video August 19th at a restaurant at Jackson Hole Mountain Resort in Teton Village. He was last spotted the following day in Breeder Teton National Forest, where Petito's body was found September 19th. CNN reported, citing the Teton County Sheriff's Office. It's very interesting because you see, when they were looking for Miss Petito, that is how they discovered Mr. Lowry. Stay woke. The searchers stumbled upon Mr. Lowry while looking for Petito. This is crazy. So here he is, phone pinging on August 23rd. Last seen on video, August 19th at a restaurant in Teton Village. And remember, Miss Petito's body was found on the 19th of this month. On Tuesday, which was just 2 days, coming up 3 days ago. Lowry's description was discovered near the Black Canyon Trail at the base of Teton Pass, Houston KPRC TV reported. This is a small picture, but this is Mr. Lowry with his two children. He was a father. According to his family, he had been missing for 4 days before searchers for Gabby Petito happened upon his remains. You want to donate to the channel, $ Big Angie 129 Cash App. And all super chats are welcome during the live. Thank you so kindly. No, they just found him, sweetheart, on Tuesday. I guess they have to do an autopsy. Sheriff's Deputy Chad Sash told Dateline that the Petito coverage led tipsters to provide new information about Lowry, who went missing 40 miles from where Petito's body was found, according to the outlet. So he went missing. Make sure I read that correctly. 40 miles from Petito, where her body was found. 40 miles, that's a good little distance. But Mr. You know who was getting around, jumping in and out of cars, doing something. Who's to say? I don't know. The massive search for Gabby Petito, as I said, helped searchers find the body of Texas native Robert Lowry, who had also disappeared in Wyoming. And you will see people in the picture who have been out searching. Robert Lowry had been hiking in the Teton National Forest where Gabby Petito's body was found. Authorities don't believe the two cases are connected. That's what they're saying here. Well, that's also the same thing they said about the other two women. Interesting. And as I stated, police and other searchers who were in the park looking for Gabby Petito happened upon Robert Lowry's remains. The Teton County Sheriff's Office informed our family this afternoon that the search and rescue team located a body that fits the description of our son, Robert Bob Lowry, near Black Canyon Trail. We await the Teton County, Wyoming coroner's report, Lowry's family said in a statement. So it's just a matter of waiting on the report. Now, if it says no foul play, no homicide, then so be it. At this time, we especially want to thank Teton County Sheriff's Deputy Chad Sash and the department for all their work during this month that Bob has been missing. We also appreciate the search today by Teton County Search and Rescue volunteer teams and the care and concern demonstrated by so many in the Jackson Hole news media and community, they said. Bob has been a wonderful father, son, brother, and friend. Our family wants to thank the news media and others involved in the search for our privacy at this time, the family added. In another case in the area, 27-year-old C.N. McLaughlin was reported missing 4 days after he was hiking June 8th in Grand Teton National Park without a backpack. The park conducted an investigation that involved tips from more than 140 people and more than 45 helicopter searches, some using thermal imaging cameras and other high-tech equipment. No trace of McLaughlin. So now we're talking about another man missing. I'm dead. Lord, somebody hit the link, please. Yes, I know. All the updates mentioned pertaining to laundry have been repeated in this live if you've missed it. So Mr. McLaughlin, whoever this guy is, he's missing. He's 27 years old. Cian McLaughlin, Cian or Cyan, was reported missing for 4 days after he was hiking June 8th in Grand Teton National Park without a backpack. Oh, Lord. 140 people gave tips, 45 helicopter searches. So far, nothing. So that's June. He's been missing since June 8th. Mr. McLaughlin. I did not know about him. I can't keep up now. My head's spinning. This is getting... Hit the link, you guys. Come on. Well, 40 miles apart, yes, that's a long way. It's over an hour probably. So, but you got to think about all the movement he was doing. Mr. Brian was busy in those days leading up to the 1st of September. I think we know this. Now, what he was doing exactly, I do not know. But no one can say he wasn't, because we now have eyewitnesses to say they picked him up. Somebody picked him up over here. Somebody said they saw him over here in a bar over at the Bullwinkles, and that's 2 hours and 20 minutes away from Wyoming. And I just looked it up before I came on. That's in Montana. Thank you, who done it, for the super chat. So what the hell were you doing over there, allegedly on the 26th, if the date is correct, without Gabby, because those people never said they saw him in there with a woman. He was by himself. Then on the same day earlier, he was jumping in a car with another woman, or saw by himself or something like that. But the point is, she wasn't seen then. She wasn't seen either. Gabby. Yeah, like he would take off and camp without her. That's what I was thinking, Smoke, because I made a mention of that earlier in the chat. Perhaps when he got mad at her, he just took off and went and did his own thing. Perhaps she was alive, because 1 minute they're saying on the 26th he was seen by himself in Wyoming. Then later that evening he was over in Montana, which was 2.5 hours away, almost 2.5 hours away. But then on the 27th, which is the next day, allegedly this is when Gabby is seen with him at the restaurant with this altercation. So that means he either went on his own without Gabby on the 26th or whenever he felt like it, and then he jumped back up and acted like he was in favor with her and popped back up. So who knows what he was doing when he was away from her? You get my drift? You don't know what he was doing. We don't know what he was doing when he was flying back and forth, allegedly. Why the hell would you spend almost $1,000 for round trip tickets when you came back from Wyoming and left her out there? If indeed she was alive, you should have stayed in Florida. Why would you go back? That's why I said, who has all this money for all this going back and forth? This is crazy to me. Car hopping, yes. Something was wrong. Possibly a master plan, yes. Yeah, right, with no money. Yeah, that's a good one, with no money. So let's go there. Come on with it. Thank you, Pinky. If Mr. Laundry has no money, very reason why he stole money off her cards to get back to Florida, who paid for the airline tickets? Stay woke. If he was doing disappearing acts with Gabby days before her death, where was his money then? Did he take her card even while she was alive? Give me the damn card. I got somewhere I gotta go. Went and got drunk off of her money. That's going to be the next information, I assume. The FBI is going to bring us a detailed statement of Gabby's credit card and or bank cards to show us exactly everywhere these two went from one state to the other, the time, what they did, what they spent. That is going to be the catch-all to this story. Yes, that's what I was thinking, whodunit. Was he killing others while he was missing? Possibly so. And her records of what she was spending on her cards is also going to let us know, give us a time frame on who had custody of the debit card before death. Perhaps there were times when Mr. Laundry had the cards either while she was alive and then, of course, afterwards, after murdering her. Hit the link if you want to give your commentary. Thank you so much. I wondered if he left her behind and while he was gone, he would rob and kill those he robbed so he could have money, maybe their phones, laptops. Yes, Linda, that's how it's looking, I believe. That's what the disappearing acts were for, was possibly to go out and feloniously take people's money and or harm them. Death, possibly. That's why I said the logistics on her card for the time she and Brian were gone, it's going to tell the story and give us a timeline of where they were, who was with whom, and who had access to the card, who signed for the card. Most of that's going to be on video because most places have surveillance where you use a debit card. Very good observation. Thank you so much for that. 117 viewing, amen. Hit the link, you guys. You want to give your commentary. Very, very interesting story. You can't make this stuff up at all. He may have hitchhiked, Debbie. We don't know for sure that he had the van. So that's the thing. We don't know. Everything is speculation at this moment. Please feel free to hit the link to come up to give your commentary pertaining to the subject matters at hand. Thank you so much. Rags, why don't you come up here? Because I haven't heard from you in a couple days. Thank you. Thank you, darling. Thank you, Pinky. Hello, Debbie. Hit the link, you guys. And Rags, redrop the link. Thank you, honey. There's too much going on. Way too much going on. Oh, okay, that's fine. Well, if there's anybody else that's willing to join me up here to give their commentary pertaining to Brian Laundrie and the recent events, Mr. Dog being involved, going to the Appalachian Trail, FBI going back to the home, getting things out of the home, taking a sample out of there, information pertaining to a phone that is from AT&T service, not a burner phone. How many phones are we talking about? Where is the phone that he brought back from Wyoming? Did he leave this new phone behind? So like I said, are we now talking about 3 phones? What are we speaking of? Diane, you kill me. Diane just pops in and pops out. Thank you, dear. Very riveting story. See, that's the thing about these stories. You probably will never get to the truth of most because they're not going to tell you anything. They'll tell you when they want to tell you. And that's the sad part of these stories is not knowing the what, the when, the where, the how, the why. Why do this? Why kill someone? Things aren't working out. Go your separate way. You don't have to murder anybody. Dominance. Want to be dominant? Dominate you. I'll have the last say. Take your life. It's my last say. Pinky, your guess is good as mine. So why don't you hit the link and come up here and tell me where you think Brian is? Come on. Join us now. Well, I'm an hour in, a little over an hour. So, as I told you all, I'm not trying to hold very late because I have a funeral to go to in the morning. A friend passed away, so I want to get enough rest. It'll be a long day tomorrow. You just may have a burner phone. Thank you, honey. Thank you so much. The Moab girls had told friends that a creepy man was following them before they were found dead. Yes, I heard that. time is it? It's getting late here in the 10. 12:36 Tennessee time. Well, I see a volcano has erupted in Hawaii for anyone interested. Well, thank you, Pinky. I appreciate that. You're welcome to come up here and give your commentary, dear. Hit the link. Come up here and tell me what you think. You guys are slow tonight. What's going on? I think I see something else in the queue pertaining to Brian Laundrie. It's like, it's something every 5 seconds with this guy. Yeah. Oh, this is information I just brought you. It's updated 7 hours ago. I was reading information pertaining to the search of the camper. I think the pizza order was early August, like the 3rd or 4th, if I remember correctly. Okay. Well, they don't want to, honey. All you got to do is just hit the link, baby. Scroll up and hit the link. Just press your finger on it. It'll lead you on into the box. Just like you touch your phone, you just touch the link with your finger. How are you nervous? You don't have to show yourself. Most people won't show themselves anyway. It'll be just like you're talking into the phone and I'll respond. Kind of like what I'm doing right now. So I'm going to recap what was said about the search at the house by the FBI. They went to the house this afternoon in Northport. They stayed for approximately 30 minutes and briefly explored a camper that fits inside the bed of a pickup truck in the driveway before leaving with a bag. The agents, a man and a woman, arrived at the Laundrie's home at about 1:15 p.m. in a black unmarked vehicle They carried a large paper bag to the front door. One of the agents later walked over to the camper, opened the door, and reached inside. They did not answer any questions as they left approximately a half hour later with the camouflage bag. After the agent's departure, Laundrie family attorney Stephen Bertolino released a statement in which he wrote, "The FBI is at the Laundrie's home today to collect some personal items belonging to Brian that will assist the canines in their search for Brian. There is nothing more to this." FBI spokesperson had no comment on the ongoing investigation other than to say the agency does not provide specifics about the focus or scope of investigation or where investigators are located. The camper has been at the center of questions surrounding the Laundrie's whereabouts after Brian Laundrie returned home alone on September 1st in the converted van he and his fiancee, Gabby Petito, had been using. Okay. Laundrie and 22-year-old Petito embarked on a cross-country journey in mid-June. So this is what it says, mid-June, in the white Ford Transit van with the plan to visit national parks along the way. They had begun dating years earlier after meeting at their local Long Island, New York high school and had moved to Northport, Florida to live with the Laundrie's parents. The young woman was not reported missing until 10 days after Laundrie returned on September 11th when her mother filed a police report in Suffolk County, New York. Police seized the van from the Laundrie's home that same day. Amen. Laundrie would not cooperate with the police investigation after the Petito's missing persons report was filed. The Laundrie's attorney released a statement on September 14th in which he announced he had advised his clients to remain in the background. The family revealed 3 days later they had not seen him since September 14th. Charlene Guthrie, who lives directly across the street from the Laundrie family, previously told Fox News she saw Brian Laundrie mowing the lawn, riding his bike with his mother. Remember, I told you that earlier, and going camping with his parents in the days after he arrived alone. Let me say that again. Mowing the lawn, riding his bike with his mother, and going camping with his parents. This is from Charlene Guthrie, who lives across the street. After he came back to Florida alone, Petito had previously been living with the family at their home. Records later obtained by Fox News show Roberta Laundrie checked into Fort DeSoto Park in Pinellas County, approximately an hour away from their home on September 6th, with the plan to stay until September 8th. Prior to that, Roberta Laundrie canceled camping reservations for 2 people at Fort DeSoto Park on August 31st. Okay? On September 3rd, she made new reservations for 3 people at the same park for their September 6th stay, documents obtained by Fox News. So that's something I had not heard. That this trip was planned, I guess, before, because it says here, she canceled camping reservations for 2 people at Fort DeSoto on August 31st. Don't you find that interesting? Stay woke. He got back on the 1st. So he's called and told them, I'm on my way home. So she canceled to be there when he got there. Come on, Queen. Stay woke. She made new reservations for 3 people at the same park for their September 6th stay, documents obtained by Fox News show. The FBI is now investigating surveillance and trail camera footage from around the park during that time, authorities confirmed. And the Laundrie's attorney, Stephen Bertolino, said to Fox News on Thursday that Brian had purchased a cell phone on September 4th, 10 days before he allegedly disappeared, and opened an account with AT&T. He said he did not know what had happened to Laundrie's previous cell phone. Bertolino also said Brian Laundrie left his phone behind at the home, and it has since been seized by the FBI. Petito's body was discovered in the Grand Teton National Park in Wyoming on the 19th of September. Teton County coroner ruled the death a homicide, but has not yet announced the cause. Laundrie remains on the run, and the FBI has issued an arrest warrant for bank charge fraud. Court papers submitted Thursday in the District of Wyoming indicate Assistant United States Attorney Stephanie Eyes Preacher will represent the federal government in its case against Laundrie. That's a pretty good article. Fox News is the source. This was uploaded yesterday. So now we have information that the mother had planned a trip, I guess, for her and her husband before the 1st and canceled it. I believe it says here on the 28th. So that means Brian called and let them know he was coming home. So she called the park and canceled the trip. And then rescheduled it once he got back and went in. 3, only 2 came out. Stay woke. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Tim. So what did he tell you why he was coming back? Did he tell you everything, Roberta? Did your son tell you that he killed his girlfriend? He's on his way back and bringing her van. What did he think was going to happen to the van? He thought he was just going to leave the van there for how long? Without somebody coming for the van. Come on, Brian. Really? You were stupid. This whole trip was stupid. When you saw what's not working out with you and Miss Gabby, you should have folded and told her, this is not working out. We get back, we need to separate. That could be the end of the story. Thank you, Pinky. Yes, mommy, I need a lawyer. Hit the link, you guys. Bring the queen some information. Give me your commentary. If not, I'm going to check out of here. I don't know. So now we have new information that she canceled her trip, waiting for her son to get back to Florida. And then she rescheduled. And 3 went in and 2 came out. So where did Mr. Laundry go? Because naturally, you know they've searched that place. He's not there. Thank you, darling. Stay woke. You got to stay woke. But this is what I've told you all about these stories. You always listen to what's been said in the beginning of the story, because at the beginning of the story is where the information is. It's where the truth lies. Not what Pookie and Ray and Bubba. You see, look at all the information you got now about cell phones and canceled trips, and tells you what you need to know. Yes, I've repeated the timeline probably 2 times already. Do you think he told them what he had done while he was on his way home? Yes, he's told them something. It may not be the whole truth, but he's told them something. See, he had to tell them that he was coming home because she canceled the trip to the park. She rescheduled when Brian touched down. Yes, Rags, what are you doing that you can't speak? You in the bed? Yes, lots of new bracelets that he'll be wearing. He'll be wearing them along with Mr. Bassett here in Knoxville, Tennessee. Like minds. Hello, Quantum Solace. Hello. First time live viewer. Well, hello. Hit the link. If you want to give your commentary, you guys, you don't hit the link, I'm out of here. I've got to get up in the morning. Yes, I hope they do love it here. We don't pull no punches over here. We don't sugarcoat anything. Are we looking at a serial killer, or is this just happenstance? He happened to be in the park, killed his girlfriend, and other people have gone missing in the forest. What are we saying here? Yes, welcome all newcomers, old comers too. Thank you so very much. Like, share, and subscribe. Look at y'all. What am I going to do with you all? Pinky says I'm leaning. He's a serial killer. Well, do we need to take account? Somebody says they like when I take polls. I don't think about the other ones that got murdered, and I don't know where they're getting their money unless his parents give it to them. I think his parents should be held accountable. Yes, but you're going to have to think about the other people that got murdered, because that's a rare happens situation. People just don't get killed in the same place. Even if you're talking about this park is so many miles long, let's say, because it did say 40 miles apart, and that is a little stretch. That's over an hour or so. Still, it's still strange. Still strange. Strange. It's like you go over here to the Smoky Mountains. It don't matter if it's Smoky Mountains on the North Carolina side, Smoky Mountains on the Tennessee side. If I hear the two people that died within a week or two, and it ain't natural causes, I'm gonna be thinking like, okay, what's going on? Okay, who's gonna keep count of the poll? Rags, you taking yes? Who's taking no? Rags, are you taking yes? Okay, Soul Survivor, you take the no's. And Rags, you take the yes. Are you ready? Let me know when you're ready. Rags doing yes. Okay. So Soul Survivor, you take the no's. Okay. Let's go. Is Brian the serial killer of the other people? Put your yeses and no's into the chat. Y'all start taking count now, because I'm not looking. All right, let's go. You already got one yes. Jennifer's already at a yes. I see 1, 2, 3. Dang. I'm at 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm at 8. Y'all brought them in quick. Well, live your dream. Put your yes or no in there, because the ladies are taking account. Gina, yeah, I see that. Woo, look at all the yeses. Lord have mercy. Oh, another one. Yikes. Okay, keep count, baby. I got 107 viewing. So imagine that. Thank you, Deanna B. Thank you. Welcome. So you got your another yes to take count. Well, there's 100 people watching, and I haven't given mine yet. I guess I'll go on and put yes too. Okay, I'll check on that for the YouTube poll. Yeah, you can do the YouTube. I can do the YouTube poll on the on my community post, because it'll ask me sometimes when I go in, to put a post. It'll say, "Would you like to do a poll?" Not a serial killer, just too much pictures him and Gabby took too often away too many occasions. Well, Thomas, we don't know. That don't really mean anything because he took pictures. Why you say that? Interesting. Tasha says yes. Hit the link if you want to give your opinion before I check out of here, you guys. I got to get up tomorrow. I got to pay my respects to an old friend. So Georgia says yes. Lord have mercy. What is going on? Man, I ain't seen a no either. Ooh, wow, wow, wow. I'm dropping the link one more time and then I'm out of here. So if you got something you want to say, come on and say it now. I'm sitting here reading comments all night. Come on, y'all know better. Y'all were all talking earlier. What happened? Now, if I didn't go live, somebody would have been complaining on the community post. Why you didn't go live again? Yes, I heard that. 15 years or so. Hello, Lori. How you doing, honey? I don't think there's any no's. 22 yeses. Okay. Hit the link if you want to give your opinion pertaining to Desheena Kyle. She has been found deceased this week here in Knoxville, Tennessee. Her boyfriend is considered a person of interest in her homicide. And Brian Laundrie is still on the run. Mr. Dog believes he's in Appalachia. They are inquiring for people to help that are hikers. The daughter put out a tweet earlier. A burner phone is coming to question. He signed up with a new service with AT&T. That phone, I believe, is with the FBI. Neighbors fighting and fussing and cussing, went to jail. A lot of shenanigans going on with these people. As I said, people need to be respectful of other people's properties now. I don't know. What do you mean a video? Soul Survivor, you voted no, really? How about the one taking the vote? That's too funny. Okay. It didn't come over as a link. What you mean? Oh, Lord. Here we go. We were voting on, is he a serial killer? I think the House won. Y'all think he is. Oh, Lordy. Me and the StreamYard, if y'all had been hitting the StreamYard earlier, I've been on here over an hour, nobody's hit it. Why? I do not know. Y'all were all talky earlier. Well, try hitting it again. Y'all ain't shy. I don't want to hear that. I don't believe that. Well, that crowd earlier, they weren't shy. They were talking their butts out. I guess some of them gone to bed. Because I'm at 1 hour and 38 minutes, so I need you all to say something or I'm out of here. Oh, Trucker. I don't know where Trucker's. He's probably, probably busy, probably unloading or getting some sleep. He stays on the road a lot. I think BL's dad is connected into the mafia. The lawyer gives me that vibe. Probably an old friend. Also, parents are big ballers. Yeah, well, we'll see how much balling they're going to be doing. Yes, Pinky, just hit the link. All you got to do is hit the link, mute your camera, and talk. Thank you, Lori. Check out my live from earlier. That was the one where they really were commenting. They got on the panel and talked. And my last live from night 4 last was very interesting. We got like kind of a surprise in the last hour of that live. I have no idea, Lori, who you talking about, Uncle Joe. Big Ball and Chain coming soon to them. Yeah, that sounds like a movie. Big Ball and Chain coming to a theater near you. You don't have to show yourself. You all never show yourselves anyway, even though I ask you to. Just hit the link and talk. You don't have to show yourselves, you guys. Honey, I have no idea who that is. You better ask somebody else because I don't know. You said you tried. I don't understand. What's the problem? No, is it not a new one? Or am I putting an old one up? No, I know it is. Good night, dear. Yeah, it's the same one. HTTPS. I don't know why it's not coming up. 4i. 4H4VJ VMA. I don't know. Hey, Christina. I would be scared. Well, that was her coming in with that information. I don't know. Sometimes you have to be careful what you tell. There's always somebody listening. Well, Pinky, all you're doing is hitting the link, sweetheart. It'll bring you in to the box. You mute your camera so you don't show yourself. And then it'll show me when you're on, and then I just hit the stream and let you come up. I don't think it matters about an iPhone. Yes, somebody already said that too, Lord, that he was killing people to rob them. Yes. Oh, they're bounty hunters. Okay, well, we'll see. I'm just wondering where he got that information from, Mr. Dog, that he thinks that he's in North Carolina. I don't know why this link isn't working. I think y'all just don't want to hit the link. I don't think that it's messed up. Because I've checked it thoroughly. Saying the same thing. I don't think it's messed up. I know that link was working, girl. They just don't want to hit it. They think I'm slow out here. I don't know how y'all scared to hit a link. I'm confused. Thank you, Sandy. Can you imagine if the cards he was using weren't Gabby but someone else's? Well, it's not going to really matter. Fraud is fraud, no matter who the cards belong to. But the government, they got enough. They can hold them. They can definitely hold them. Somebody says they believe he's using other cards. Well, the point is we do not know what he was doing out there in that wilderness. He may have been robbing people. Who's to say? Doesn't have a job. He didn't have a job. Doesn't have a job now. And we're not believing, some of us, that he was in the reserve ever. He hasn't done anything with himself. He's just a bum. He's a bum. A glorified bum. I said that. Thank you, KM. Yeah, he's just a glorified bum. That's all. No big deal. Pinky, stop. It won't work. Rags just said she hit it. I don't know why it's not working. Yeah, honey, everything's touch screen. You touch it, and then it'll bring you right on in. So I don't know. Whoever's harboring him needs a switch to their behind. Ah, oh, Jennifer, such a delicate way of putting it. Thank you. I have another one like it with a blue stone. Thank you, darling. Thank you so much. I know it's working, Kinsley. You know I know that link is working, honey. Well, I'm going to say this and I'm going to check out of here. I brought you said information pertaining to Desheena Kyle. She was found dead this week. Prayers to her family. The boyfriend, John Bassett, is a person of interest in her homicide. And I'm going to keep their names on this channel to the very end. Mr. Bassett, I think you know that I'll do that. You stole something that didn't belong to you. I'm going to say that. She was not yours to take. Such as with Miss Petito. Was not Brian Laundrie's place to take her life. I think most of us do believe that he killed her. Same situation, different locales. His parents have aided him. And no matter how you chop it up, in the end, Brian Laundrie is going to go down. So if he wanted to do himself a favor by killing himself, maybe he should. But hiding because of a fraud charge is ridiculous. That's why I know you killed Miss Petito. Because no one hides because they charge somebody's credit card. People steal credit card information every day, and most of them do not hide. Thank you, Painted Pony. Thank you so much. Yes, they are building a case. Of course they are. Thank you. Thank you, Ellison. Thank you so much. Y'all, thank y'all so much. Oh, I want him to know the law. Well, my thing is, as I said, with your back up against the wall, you don't know what a person will do. That's why I say, that's why I know he killed her, see, because nobody would run because they charged $1,000. Allegedly, your parents went and got a lawyer for that said charge. So why would you hide? Just face the music. Well, Thomas, we don't know what happened out there in the wilderness. So perhaps he killed those people and now he's hiding. So we don't know what he did out there. All we're saying is it's too peculiar that all these dead people are popping up inside this park. I just brought another person that went missing in June. That's not to say he had anything to do with it, but it's looking awfully peculiar. Pinky made it. Lord have mercy. Clap your hands, everybody.
Am I on here?
I'm talking to you.
Are you? I don't know what to say.
You don't see me up here?
I see you.
Okay, well, honey, where you calling from, Pinky?
I'm calling from North Carolina.
What? What?
North Carolina.
What I'm trying. Is Brian Laundrie with you?
No, I'm not in the mountains. If I was, and I was
What
younger,
part? Wait a minute. You ain't got to tell. What part of North Carolina are you in, girl?
near Raleigh.
Raleigh. Okay. Yeah,
Near
you ain't
Raleigh.
near the Appalachian.
No.
Wait a minute. You all in the dark too. I better make sure he ain't back there hiding.
No, if I was up near those mountains, I'd be after that reward money.
All right. So come on. I gotta go. I'm thirsty. So
Hey,
go on and start talking, baby, because I'm already coming up on 2 hours. Come on, y'all roll with. Y'all hit the link before I check out of here. Come on.
I don't know what to say.
Yes, you do. You've been down there chit-chatting. Yes, you do.
No, I don't know what to say.
You've been watching the case. What do you think of the case? Come on now, Pinky.
I do not understand his parents. I do not understand how any parent. I have 4 kids.
Okay.
And if it was one of my sons or my daughter, I'd turn them in.
Okay. That's good to hear. Because there are people who will aid their children, and I believe the Laundries are aiding their child.
I believe they are too.
Yes, they are.
I know they are. They have to be. Just like you said when you said that they had canceled their trip.
That tells you everything you need to know, don't it?
It tells you everything. I didn't realize that.
Thanks, Batcave. Yeah. Well, we didn't know that either. I just found it in the article. As I scrolled down and it said, oh, she canceled on the 28th and rescheduled. So that lets you know she knew he was coming home because he called and he told them, I'm on my way.
And
And
I
nine
don't know.
times out of 10, he told what happened. That's why three went in and 2 came out.
And they've had plenty of time to plan.
Yes.
Plenty of time to
Because
plan.
when you count her saying he got gone, damn near 2 weeks in, that's a whole lot of planning.
And you know what else makes him guilty? Queen, you know what else makes him guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
The fact that her parents were calling him and calling his parents
Yes.
and
Yes.
calling his sister,
Yes.
and they would not talk to them.
Yes. Amen.
That makes that, on top of everything else, makes them guilty.
Yes.
Because if he had even told them, look, we had a fight, blah blah blah, her parents came and picked her up, blah blah blah, she flew out, blah blah blah, they would have answered the phone. They would have had no reason not to talk to him.
Right. Right.
Just that fact alone.
Right. So where do you think he is?
I don't know. I almost think it was too easy for him to be off the coast of Florida, but it did make a lot of sense. But I don't know how he'd get to the Appalachian Trail. I mean, there's a lot of people in this country that don't know anything about him.
Yeah. We know he likes to hitchhike.
I went with my daughter to Charlotte today, and you can't see in cars or anything else. I don't pay attention to anybody else unless you walk right up on the street to somebody and look at them. I mean, you can't walking around looking at everybody's face. You'll end up getting slapped.
Okay.
Unless you see somebody from a distance, you're not going to say anything.
Well, do you think he's near Florida, in Florida? Where do you think he is, honey?
What?
Hold on. I had to go. Hold on, I had to get me something. I got thirsty.
You can't.
I said, where do you think he is? I said, do you think he's in Florida? Or do you think he's closer to me? Do you actually think that he dog got some information? Excuse me, that he's up here in North Carolina?
I don't know. I think Dog had some good information. I think it was just a little late coming for him to start searching that way.
Well, somebody said he got some information.
Well, they did say that his parents own 2 boats, Okay. When they pulled up all their property records, they have 2 boats.
Okay.
You can't see me, right?
Barely.
Huh?
Barely.
Gosh, I didn't want you to be able to see me.
Honey, don't worry about that.
I'm a sight. I'm sitting out here on the deck.
I'll tell you sitting in the dark. Don't worry about it. I couldn't see you. Trust me, if I had to put you in a lineup, I'd lose.
Good. I'm glad I wasn't in there with the light on.
Oh, okay. I had to get me some. I got thirsty. Okay,
well, I'm sorry you lost a friend.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah. Somebody said she had some type of sleeping. Somebody said she had like a sleeping disorder.
Well, I've got that sometime. That's why I'm up all times of the night when you go live. I was up the other night listening, and I was.
Which one was that? The one the girl came on last night. The one where the girl came on at the end,
yes.
from up there. That was a doozy, wasn't it?
Oh gosh!
I was going to put Summer Wells in this title, but I wanted to give it to Desheena some spotlight tonight.
I was getting a little bit nervous for her.
It's a dangerous thing when you start talking and naming names. You know what I mean?
I know it. It sounds like it's really scary up that way.
Well, this is what you have to always remember, sweetie. Everywhere is about the same. There's always going to be police corruption. There's always going to be people who like to throw their weight around, bullies. Everywhere you live, you'll hear a story of bullies. Town
don't know.
bullies, city bullies. You understand what I'm saying? They're everywhere.
Yeah, but I don't know. When I was younger, I mean, I'm 65. It was a different era back then compared to what it is now, I think. Or else it was just well hidden. I may be wrong.
Hmm.
Do you think? I mean, I know you're not as old as I am. Don't you think bullies and things have gotten worse?
Yes.
And I
The
don't know
problem,
what it
the
is.
problem is there's more insecure people.
Or is it the problem that the parents are not putting their foot down?
It's everything. See, every situation is different that spawns a bully. So you could become a bully because you were teased as a child. Have you heard of that?
No, because
Have you heard of children who were teased early on and then they end up becoming bullies?
well, the thing is, if we tease somebody, we got our tails tore up.
Well, we don't. You probably have very few people that actually whip their children for that because some people don't believe in corporal punishment. So you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's probably what's wrong. We were afraid to go, afraid a teacher would call, afraid the principal have to go to the principal's office, get in trouble on the
Well,
school bus.
I went to private school growing up in Chicago. So guess what?
What?
We got hit with a big fat ruler in school. The principal could spank you. The teacher could spank you.
That's exactly right. And we were told that the principal had an
With the Catholic
electric
school, so they believed in hitting you with a ruler or
ruler.
pad in Catholic school.
Yeah, my husband, he's deceased now, but he was Catholic. He went to Catholic school part of the time
Mm,
because it was a small town, then it closed down. But I
yeah,
was Baptist
I remember watching.
Baptist.
They hit those calves with the ruler. Honey, they weren't playing back then, and those nuns weren't playing either. They showed grab a ruler
Well,
and hit your calves.
let me ask you this then. In your school, were you allowed to bully other kids?
I went to private school. Ask yourself that question again.
Okay, the answer should be no, but I don't know what the answer is. I didn't go to private school.
Honey, you weren't going to act out, period. We didn't know what a bully was. I didn't even know what a bully was back then.
No, we didn't either. That's what I
I
don't
only had one
understand.
problem with a neighborhood girl. She lived across the street. I think her name was Tootie. If she's alive, she'll probably think, "Oh my God, I remember that." She was older than me. I think she was like 15. I probably was 11. And she, one day was, jugging, and they were like, "You're too old to be trying to hit on her." And she, I don't know, one day it was like out of the blue. Maybe she just got a gumption. She wanted to pick on smaller children, but it happens.
Well, yeah, there was one little girl in my neighborhood. She did grab me by the hair on the back of on the bus and pulled me across the seat. and guess I got in trouble for it too.
So
You can
funny.
believe that.
So funny. So he's on the run. Dog thinks he's
Yes.
in North Carolina, perhaps. I'm wondering where he got that information from. He's probably got some personal information. Dog's probably talked to somebody that's ran their name and they've ran a check on their personal belongings and different, you understand what I'm saying? Different
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Perhaps they own property up there or got
Oh,
family there or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I Googled, and plus I saw it somewhere else too. And then I Googled it as well.
Mm-hmm.
That said that his mother has a sister that lives in Cary,
Really?
North Carolina.
Yeah, he's right over the mountain.
Cary's right near Raleigh. My daughter and I were going to ride over there the other night, but we chickened out.
For what? Don't start that, Pinky. Come on now, don't start that.
I said,
Let me ask y'all something, because okay,
if I had a
I
kid,
probably should let the girls take another poll because I need to get this off my chest now. Why are y'all wanting to immerse yourselves in these cases? I don't get it.
because it's exciting. It's
To
just like
call and say, I had a dream. She's in the cellar. She's in the well. She's in the septic tank. He's over here. He's in Canada. He's in California. Somebody had the nerve to say in the chat, he went back. He's back in Wyoming. Huh? The hell would he go back to Wyoming?
I know he's not there, but it was just fun to think about. I don't know. He's somewhere. Why
Like
not
I
North
told that
Carolina?
lady last night,
It's a big house. I
You
looked it
don't
up.
need to be talking to Candace. Same thing. Y'all don't need to be over at the laundry's house. Don't stand outside their house. Don't blow the bullhorn. Stop it.
Oh, I would never do anything like
Because
that.
this is how people get hurt.
I know. Did you see that argument in the neighbor's yard?
Yeah. I have to watch the video. I've got pictures of it on my phone. But see, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's dangerous when you start all that phone tagging. And the police are telling us that. See, they told us that with Summer Wells. Same thing with Cal City. The other cases are the same. They don't want you calling their phones with premonitions because you're tying up their lines.
Well,
That's
Lord,
why I don't some people understand that.
I don't believe in premonitions. I
Well,
don't
I'm
believe
just
in.
saying, whatever the gumption is, if it ain't factual, you're wasting those people's resources.
Yeah, I would never
Because
call.
people got to understand that you cannot just get on people's telephones and start talking about crystal balls and premonitions and the hoodoo man told you this and the Illuminati called you on the phone and told you where the baby is or the guy's here, because that's somebody's job to take in your information.
That's
And think
right.
about all those pieces of paper, names and stuff they're taking down, and you're calling in with stuff like that. You're wasting these people's resources and you're not helping get justice by what I call your robocalling is what you're doing.
Well, I would never do that. I mean, I wouldn't have mind riding by just to see. I mean, just out of curiosity. That's all.
Somebody asks, what do you think happened to Summer?
I think they killed her, or else they lend her to a neighbor. I think
Linder?
Candace was hiding and
Linder? Huh?
lent her and didn't get her back.
And what purposes for were they lending her, ma'am?
You know what they lent her for.
Ooh.
SA. I think Candace got home, and you know what? On that 911 call, when the police dispatcher said that Candace, the mother, had run somewhere in North Carolina. When we run somewhere, we go to
By
the
a car.
store.
By
We
a car.
go to the store.
And that's what I want to explain to
It
people,
don't
because I
mean
think most of
anything
us
about
know.
running.
I think most of us know I'm going on a run does not mean literally running. Doesn't mean walking. It means you're going to get in your car and go somewhere right fast, which
That's
is
right.
probably make up run errand less than 30 minutes. Let's just go throw that out there. But I think that's what happened. She slipped up because see, when you're not accustomed to lying, when you're under these type of circumstances, you have not thought it out thoroughly what you're really going to do and say.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
And if she was gone, and if he came home, he could have left with her.
I just asked her about something. Come on, you guys, please stop.
See, I can't see what anybody else is saying. What does anybody else think? What are they thinking?
I don't know. Thanks, Rax, for dropping the link.
Do they think I've lost my mind?
No, I mean, it was just a question. I mean, I think last night's information was a bit much. I think the girl is a bit jaded in her opinion, because when I started listening to her talk, I didn't want to be mean, but what I was hearing from her is what I've been hearing from those other psychopathic YouTubers. And that's a road I don't want to go down.
Well, it's so...
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not about to sit here and think that they didn't have something to do with their child disappearing. Your behavior is way off for somebody that cares for their child plus children.
Yeah, or if somebody just whacked her one.
What?
Hit her.
Who, Summer?
Yes.
Oh, by mistake or on purpose? And then she got hurt. She hit her head.
On purpose, and then she got hurt, and hurt too bad.
Well, it could have been a beating. Could have been a beating that got out of control. So you don't know.
That's what I mean. Because I think they're that way.
She could have been whipping her. She could have been spanking Summer, and then she just got out of control. That's the reason why they tell us why we shouldn't hit children, because our hands are bigger, and what you think don't hurt, it does hurt.
Of course it hurts.
So imagine a man spanking a 5-year-old. Think about that for a second.
I will. My
You
daddy
know that
spanked
would be
me.
acceptable for a man to spank a 5-year-old because your hands are much heavier than a woman's hands. So
But
now you're talking about hitting a child with your bare hands, and then you lose control and you can't stop, such as going in a room and your children have made a mess,
well,
and it's a bad mess. You
my daddy
understand what
used.
I'm saying?
Well, I know exactly. My daddy used to belt on me.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And then you flip out. You da 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 da. Pick this up. Didn't I tell you? And then before you know it,
But he
once the
didn't
pants
kill
reach
me.
out,
He didn't kill me.
okay, but
He didn't
some,
kill
but
me.
some,
I'm
but
saying this.
some have. There have been people who have beat their children as if they are fighting an adult. I've seen it. Look what that lady did to that little white girl in South Carolina. Adopted her and her brother. They beat her to death.
See, that I don't understand.
So it does happen.
Do you think it
She
comes
was a
from?
school teacher, the black lady. She's been on one of the cooking shows on TV and won money.
Are you serious?
Yes, look it up.
Why do people?
Her and her husband both are in jail right now for the death of that little girl. And then let me tell you about that. The state didn't even want the biological family to bury her. They didn't want to give information. That's just how crazy that story got on.
Well, do you think a lot of this stuff's coming from two parents working and being gone all the time?
I
And
think it's
both,
people. I think it's some people are sick and don't have no business with no damn children.
well, obviously they don't believe in God.
That's the problem. See, let me put this out here to you. A school teacher beats a white baby. A black school teacher adopts a white child, two white children, and beats the child to death. Don't you think somebody's sitting up saying, "I thought I knew her"?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a really good friend. Her husband chopped her up.
Okay. So that's what I'm saying. So think
But
about there's
he
still, I bet you, somebody that don't believe they beat that little baby. Right
but
now, I bet you they got some friends and family that said, no, they didn't do it. Somebody else did it.
no,
Somebody setting them up.
we all knew
Somebody
he did
setting
it.
them up.
We all knew he
I'm
did
telling
it.
you.
He's serving life right now.
Right now, I bet you there's some folks in South Carolina that swear for God that couple didn't beat that little girl.
Well, I don't know what they think happened. Just like Brian killed Gabby. There's something wrong with him. He's got no friends coming out. These people, I swear to you, every time it seems like they come out and they've been real quiet and they don't have friends and this,
Yeah.
that, and the
Well,
other.
they got some friends. I'm sure he's got some friends. They just ain't, they ain't ran to YouTube yet. They ain't ran to YouTube yet.
You know, I just started watching this true crime stuff about a month, about time Summer Wells disappeared.
So what do you think? True crime as far as what? On YouTubers
On
or just
YouTube. On YouTube. I didn't
what do you
even
think
know
of it
any of
so
this
far?
stuff existed.
Well, guess what? When you get tired, turn it off and pretend it don't exist.
I will. It's been something.
Stick to AE and Oxygen Network and Dateline.
But you know something I have noticed? Nobody's solving anything. I mean, they did help find her van, but other than
Thank
that,
you, Tim.
they've not solved anything yet.
With what Summer?
Yeah, with some or any other case I've watched.
Okay. What other ones have you been watching? Turn your
Um,
device on, Pink.
the huh?
I'm talking to somebody else with you.
Oh, the Little West boys.
Yeah.
I mean, people are all over that, and it's just ridiculous. I do not understand. There's no leads. Nobody. Those parents need to be locked up.
Well, and that's interesting too. Pink Lotus, you didn't turn your devices on, honey, when you came up.
Oh, let me get off. How do I get
No,
off?
you don't have to get down. You're all right. Trust me, there's room up here. You're the only one up here.
Hopefully they can't see me.
Honey, I can't see nothing but your white nose. Are you white? Are you black? Which is you?
Huh?
Are you black or white, girl?
I'm white.
You white?
Yeah.
Well, I declare I see your white nose, and that's about it.
I smoke, so I probably sound like a man.
Well, I have a deep voice.
You've got a nice voice.
Oh, I hear sometimes when I call people, they would say, "Sir, your bill is due." I should just say, "I'm sorry, you have the wrong person." Click.
I told my daughter today to stay woke, and she about died laughing.
But she said, "Oh, where you hear that from?"
I said, "From Queen." She
No,
said,
you want to
"Oh,
make no. Let me tell you something. You want to make a white person really look at you.
what?"
Say, "Bye, Felicia," or better yet, "Bye, Pookie." Huh? And say it somewhere where you got some sophisticated white folks talking, and they talking about something you don't want to hear. Bye, Pookie, and keep on walking.
I will do that.
So somebody be like, "Well, I never." Just be like, "Well, I never." And you say, "And you never will."
Now I have said that one before.
Let me tell you something. I was told years ago by my cousin's mother. She's she's a nice black lady, and she's kind of bettered herself in life and got on. And matter of fact, she's married to a white man. He's a real nice guy. And they invited me years ago to the house, for the holidays, and and she had some white guests at the house. And she was like, we all sit around the table, and I just started talking about different things. And she told the people at the party, what was Thanksgiving or whatever, she said, "Honey, Angela is who you want at a dinner party because she tells you stories that you will sit up and be like, I know she lied, but she ain't. She's the best storyteller, and she'll have you crying and laughing at the same time." And let me tell you, honey, them white folks was eating me up. Did you hear what I said? They was like, "Whoa, Lord, we got to invite you to our parties anytime, man, you come over." Because I tell stuff that people, I give you diversity. You understand? Because I've lived around all types of people. And if you haven't lived a certain type of life, well, the queen could give you some stories to where you would clutch your pearls.
Pearls.
Your earrings too. And be like, "Oh my God, they do that?" Yes, they do. Because everybody's different.
Well,
Trust me.
Everybody's different.
Honey.
Everybody's different.
Queen has lived. Queen has seen some things. I'm still seeing some things at 50 that I'm looking like, baby, you too old for that. Don't you think it's time to change and get your life together? I'm telling you, if I write a book, there'll be many people suing me.
You should write a book then. Be a bestseller.
The stuff I could tell you, I'm serious. Somebody said, okay, she said, "I wouldn't be surprised if the parents are not paying someone to give money and food to eat. I think the parents should go to jail right along with Brian for holding that information fugitive." Yes.
Who do you think, Queen, who do you think the boss of that family is, the mom or the daddy?
I can't say because I haven't heard them talk. See, I have to hear them talk. I'd have to hear them talk like with Jacqueline Trezell. I got to see who speaks first, who cuts whom off. That's how I know.
By their body language, I don't know.
Yeah, see, I'm not, I haven't heard them speak, so I can't say. Pink Lotus, baby, you got to turn your devices on, baby. I got two pinks up here, and one can't get it. One can't get her devices turned on.
Well, it took me forever to figure it out.
I don't know how. All you have to do is touch the screen like you touch your touch screen.
No, and then it said I had to copy something and paste something.
No, that you were touching something else, and that's copy and paste. That's like when you're trying to, like when I want to do the link, it'll tell me to copy and paste it. And honey, look, I've been on here a few months, and I still don't know what they're talking about how to do all that. I tell the folks, I didn't build my channel on lives anyway. For those that think they know the queen, I built mine one view at a time when there were no lives, no nothing.
I like it when
just me uploading the videos, and you went in and saw that Pink Lotus, baby, you got to just hit the link and turn on your microphone and all that, sweetheart. We saw you up here, but your devices weren't turned on.
I had to copy it and open it up on Safari on my phone.
Well, maybe it's because of different phones. I don't know. Because see, I've never had any problems going into the link. And I've been used. Even if I went on somebody else's channel, I'd go in the regular way. Android, I haven't had any problems.
Well, I just clicked on the HTTPS or whatever it was that you put up there. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got something to talk about off the topic because y'all like trying to talk about nothing.
Let's do it.
Do you know the Dollar Tree is now the Dollar Tree Plus?
Yes, me and my daughter were talking about that today, and I said, I bet you it's gonna go up.
I went in there Sunday before last. I said, wait a minute. I was gonna get this little skull, little Halloween skull with silver. I was gonna put like pins in it or something. I saw a $3 sticker. I said, wait, lady, I was in the line. I said, ma'am, is this really $3? She said, yes. I said, when the hell y'all start selling stuff over $1?
And they're gonna have to change the name of it. It's false advertising. I tell you what, I was like, I cannot believe this. She's like, they may as well name it the Dollar General now.
Well, Dollar Tree Plus, all those who are Dollar Tree shoppers, the Dollar Tree has now changed their name. Things will be more than $1 inside of the Dollar Tree.
That's right.
They've got that Sun detergent in there for $5, right? They got it at the United Grocery for $4. I said, what in the world is going on?
Gosh knows.
Honey.
Yeah, that's gonna mess me up.
All them people got used to spending $1 in there.
And you know, you spend more money. You go in there thinking everything costs $1. You fill your card up thinking, oh, I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4. What you get up there and you got $40 worth of stuff.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be mad with your $10, your little 10 in the pluggy, and she say that'll be $44.95.
I bet they won't say business.
Hey, the times are hard. The stores have been bare. The Dollar Tree's been bare. The cooler is bare. It's always bare.
Yeah,
they don't even keep the basic stuff in this one store. One of them I go in, it never keeps a mop or broom. I'm just like, what is going on?
Yeah, they haven't.
Strange.
You're right. They have not been. A lot of the stores have been bare. The few that I go in. They sure have.
Yes, Crime and Justice. Yes, it's $1. It's they probably haven't. Most of the stores probably haven't put the new logo up, but it's now the Dollar Tree Plus for those who shop at the Dollar Tree.
They haven't put it up at the one near me.
Yeah,
but
they've got content in the store that has prices that have changed.
Well, that won't be any fun.
Yeah. What y'all talking about? Here at the dollar store and a little more. They wear boxer briefs. Auntie, what you talking about? Brian's mom wears the drawers in the family, and her daughter, they wear Hanes. Oh,
she had on a baseball cap. I think it was today she had on her baseball cap.
So that means the husband is wearing panties?
Yes, I guess so. He looked a little ill now. He can drive.
They might be that kind of couple where she dresses like a guy behind closed doors, and then he puts the dress on, and then he goes, Roberta, how do I look?
Oh my God. Maybe that's
She got a mean name. If I didn't know, I thought that was a black woman. What the hell, a white woman named Roberta? Shut up, Queen.
She's got an ill-looking temper. I'm telling you that.
It was real nice. The date was real nice. I had a good time. We had a real good time. Yeah.
Oh, you went on a date tonight?
The other night. Night before last. It was nice.
Nice.
Ate good, got bloated on the margaritas.
Oh, nice.
And it went up with some sugar water. You know, the people, I really wanted to do Mexican because I think the Mexican restaurants, you know, they tend to give they put liquor in the margaritas. That stuff at the chain restaurants, they don't.
No.
That stuff like premix. I don't want premix.
That's true. That's true. So true.
Okay, who done it to who does this wig make my butt look big? You know what? You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Thank you, Justice. But Roberta, I'm telling you, when I read her name, I said, I don't know no white Robertas. Do you?
No, I hadn't even thought about that. I hadn't even thought about that.
Roberta, come here. You know I ain't got no sense.
I don't know.
That Roberta, I know Roberta Flack, that's the singer.
That's right, Roberta Flack.
Okay, he wears a skirt like Bruce Jenner. You know what? Y'all stop.
Oh gosh.
Now
She
that's
she might be hell. Maybe he gets his he likes to punch. Might come from Roberta. Roberta might be hitting the daddy. Ain't the daddy named Christopher?
yes. It's yes, I think it is. Wait.
Roberta, to stop hitting me. That hurts.
She looks like she'd wear the pants.
Look,
She really does.
Roberta, come on, cut it out. I'm sensitive, Roberta.
Wonder if he calls her Birdie.
You're crazy. Birdie, I love you. Birdie, please. Birdie, don't break that. I just want that, Birdie.
Birdie, don't hit me no more. Please don't hit me no more.
Birdie, put that down. I just got that from the Dollar Tree. I don't want you to break it.
Lord have mercy.
He might be the sensitive type.
He might be.
He might be the type that's like, this damn Brian and Roberta, I'm sick of them. Hell, they might end up dead.
I know. That's what I was thinking.
Oh, I can't fool with you, Pinky.
Because they're in a mess right now.
So now I know a white Pinky. I knew of a black Pinky. She's no longer living. She died a few months ago. So now I got a white Pinky up here. Shut your mouth.
My mama's name was Pinky Louise, so that's who I am.
Woo, girl, that's a hell of a name right there. Pinky Louise. That's my grandma's middle name, Louise. That's an older name, Louise.
Yeah, she was sweet.
Who's Roberta? Nobody.
If they don't know who Roberta is, they're late.
Birdie.
They're late to the show.
I bet, and guess what? I bet they get crunk. I bet you they get crunk just like them damn whales. How much you want to bet?
I would be getting crunk if
I bet they drink. Boy, the liquor store ain't never seen so much money that Birdie and Christopher today.
Maybe that's what they got in the little red bag.
Yes, Roberta Birdie Laundry.
Wine. They could have got some wine at Walmart.
Auntie T, please stop talking about wearing Daisy Dukes.
God, Roberta and Daisy.
Hit the link. Y'all gonna sit up here talking bad about these folks. Why don't y'all hit the link?
Roberta and Daisy Dukes.
Birdie, come here, Birdie. I bet Birdie be.
With her baseball hat on.
I bet you behind closed door, Birdie be rough. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God. You know you got to go to church tomorrow, right?
Oh.
I said, you know you got to go to church.
Oh, and the funeral is in a church. How did you know that? Most, because you know, a lot of funerals are in funeral homes. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I just generally.
But you know what I like?
I'm from the South.
But this is what I like. After the funeral, they're going to do, go to the graveside. And after, it's going to be a celebration of life where there's going to be food and drinks and that type of thing.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Hey, that girl was a mean hairdresser.
Mm.
Hey, she could put hair weave in your hair and make it look like it was your hair.
How old was she?
She's about my age. 50.
Young.
Yeah, young. Yeah. Young. We got to get the Queen a tour. No, I don't need no tour. I'm fine where I am.
What do they want
I ain't lost nothing. Talking about I need a tour of Hollyville. No, I don't.
Oh,
hey,
Lord,
you should have been on the live last night when I was talking about no, maybe it was earlier. No, the live I did earlier today when I had an outlaw trucker up here. And I was talking about watching Halloween the other night.
I heard you. I was telling my dad about that today.
I was telling my brother today about it. I said, wait a minute. I'm trying to burp. Excuse me. Excuse my manners. That scene in Halloween where Michael Myers goes in the kitchen and sees the makeshift counter made me think of the Wales house. And I could not stop laughing during the movie. I was laughing in the movie and doing this.
Is this the new one?
No, it's the one before the new one. It came out in 2018. Michael Myers walks around.
That first one.
Then he looks at the makeshift counter. He's not no dummy because he knows, hey, where's she at? She just shot at me through the floor. So ting, ting, ting. They're downstairs in the rabbit hole. Michael Myers starts shaking that damn counter. I started thinking of Candy Wells and Donald Wells. And I was about to pee on myself. I said, Angela, if you don't cut this damn movie off, I was screaming and laughing at the same time. Because I was sitting there laughing, thinking about Donald Wells and Candy in that damn kitchen, that makeshift ass, whatever the hell that was.
I don't know what
I
that
kept
is.
thinking, Donald and Candy are down there. Please put that down. Leave that alone. He just kept shaking it. Finally, he just ripped the whole damn thing off. And she's pointed up with a shotgun. I loved it. That was the best part of the movie. But when you see it and you see them stairs go down there, you think of Candy and Donald. I promise you. I swear I was dying.
I'm gonna have to watch it.
Yes.
I haven't seen that one.
She had it rigged up where you could push a button and the thing would move itself and then you could walk down the stairs to the basement. Hollerville.
What in the world does somebody want to live in a contraption like that for, with the way that basement is set
But
up?
my thing is this: if he's a carpenter and he can build stuff, you could have widened those stairs to make it wide enough to where an average sized person could walk down the stairs into the basement. You understand what I'm saying?
I know
It did not have to be to where you got to turn sideways to
Well, why have you got a
shimmy
bar
your
in
way
front of it?
down.
Why have you got a bar in front of it? I mean, what is that? To hide?
Pinky, please stop.
I'm serious. It's got a bar in front of it. You saw it? A big old.
Oh, you all are horrible. Look at Jennifer says Michael Myers better stay away from Monica's house, breaking all his toes. You know what I'm dead.
You better stay away from this one.
You ain't a hoarder, are you?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No.
Squirrel is gluten free. What the hell?
I know.
Gina, what are you talking about in this chat? Talking about going to the Summer Wells vigil, get a motel room, and hand out flyers for cameras missing before we go back. So we all can, so we can end up like Miss Petito.
Ain't that the truth? They're having something, I think, down there at that water hole.
Lori, please stop.
They are. You can order stuff.
No, I'm laughing at Lori talking about an escape route.
You can mail stuff for them to hang up on the tree down there. So you're not going.
I'm gonna stay right up here where I stays.
I would not go. I wouldn't go.
A secret passage. Well, where does it lead to? Who done it? No, Angela. Summer's still missing, baby.
That secret passage is right there behind that big old bar thing. I guess they just lay that down.
Which I tell you something that they didn't show when Chris went to her house, the living room.
I don't think there is one. Where would one be?
Behind that makeshift kitchen thing.
The bar?
Mm-hmm. Because they have to have a living room.
Do they?
I thought somebody said they did.
Because the boys are sitting in there on these big old tall chairs or something. They're not.
That's the kitchen. But that's the kitchen. But that's the kitchen. But go behind the kitchen table, TV. Behind that was that makeshift thing. But behind that, I'm assuming would be your living room.
Well, somebody said
they didn't show that. You know they have to have a living room. Everybody has a living room. How could you not have a living room?
Yeah, but they've also got a dungeon. Everybody don't have one of those.
Who done it? Yes, that's why I was trying to tell that lady last night. Allegedly, you can't see out the glass from inside. So if I was coming up to your house to steal your kid, how am I going to know what door to go in, not go in? I can't see in. That doesn't make no sense to me.
That's right.
But she really was trying to make it seem like it was possible to steal a child up there. I just don't. To me, it's too risky.
Oh, it's way too risky.
It doesn't matter if I heard that the child lived there. I saw her at the Walmart. I was attracted to her. I found out where Candy lived. I can't see that.
Let me ask you this too. Why would a child want to go down there? There was no toys down there.
Oh, that was horrible,
Why
was it?
would a child want to go down there by
But
themselves?
but look, Pinky, it's what you're accustomed to. Okay. Many pictures of Summer, she was dirty. Then one day you'll see her in a cute little dress for church. You understand what I'm saying? I think that's the only time Summer ever was dressed up was for church,
Yeah.
a function or something pertaining to church. They are accustomed to that life because you got to remember they're children. That's all they know.
Yeah, that's all they know.
That's all they know.
I know. I just don't think they'll find her.
Listen, Gina, please stop. A water trough outside to take a bath.
Well, they did have a bathtub outside.
Did you see that?
Yes, I did.
When I saw those kids sitting in that damn bathtub outside, I said, I want to beat Candy and Donald's ass. Did you hear what I said?
I know it. I know
The
it.
tub should be inside. Why is the tub sitting outside? Refrigerator sitting outside. I said, what is going on with these people?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Oh, man.
You can take a bath in a water basin, though. You don't have to have a tub.
Pinky.
My
boys, they stink. They need a shower and tub.
Well,
boys get stinky, honey, and girls can too. You know that.
I know. But I mean, when we were at my granny's house, my mom would bathe us in a pan.
Okay, Barb, everybody don't have a bathroom in the kitchen. You know what?
No, they don't have a toilet either in the kitchen or wherever it was. Donna Wells sitting on that.
Oh, who done it? New car, no bathroom. Y'all are killing me in the chat. Please stop it. As the girl said last night, I don't think the parents had anything to do with it, and she was always holding her private. I did not want to repeat that.
They did have something to do with it.
But you know what I always wonder?
What?
What do they do? What are they doing up there?
I don't know. What do they do up in them hollers?
No, I'm talking about them two. I ain't talking about no other people.
I don't know what they
it's
do.
Like I told my relative today, people where I've been traveling back on these back roads doing, deliveries and things, these people live good. That's why I keep trying to tell people, don't get it mistaken by what that mess you saw back there in that holler with Donald and Candy. There are a lot of country folk that live on those back roads. They got beautiful houses. Some are custom built. Do you understand what I'm saying? There are people who have money. They buy extra property and they build them a custom built damn house. They do not live like that. Because I've been on back roads a couple of days straight, and honey, them houses would make you scream.
Well, I'm telling you what, if I was driving anywhere near Ben Hill Road, I wouldn't stop. If I had 4
I was stopping. Look, I already looked in that damn cinema app. I got a wrong turn. And I said, don't hit it, Angela. Don't you open that movie up. Because I didn't want to be screaming. I didn't want to be screaming up here like, oh, Jesus. No, thank you.
No way.
But everybody don't live like that. And that's what people need to know. People who have never been in rural America, there's people who have nice homes. They have nice houses. They have clean houses. They have clean yards. Everybody does not live like that.
Or all the homes on Ben Hill Road, do you think, are they pretty much like that? Or do they just paint that road as being worse than it is, do you think?
What did I just say, sweetheart?
Well, I don't know. I'm talking about that one.
But I'm saying, damn well other people don't have a house like that. Come on.
Well, maybe not. I don't know. The way they talk about that Ben Hill Road.
Well, my thing is,
up there where
there is probably a few houses that aren't the best looking, but I'm sure there's somebody that has a nice house out there on Ben Hill or around the corner. You know damn well all those houses are not run down out there.
Well, you don't know.
Because I just told you, I've been on back roads recently.
Okay.
They don't have houses like that.
Well, do you think the people that live up there?
You're talking about one couple out of how many houses back there? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
You know damn well everybody don't live like that back there on Bean Hill Road or around in the vicinity. Everybody don't live like that. That's why I keep trying to tell people. But you're assuming because you saw that house that everybody that lives back in the holler lives like that. They do not. Everybody don't live like that.
Okay.
There are people who have money that live on back roads. They just choose to live like that because they want to live back in rural America. But there are people who have big money
Yeah,
and they buy property and they build them a house.
Yeah,
And
I grew
people
up in the
drive through
country.
thinking it's just some old rednecks with some trailers back there. No, honey, they ain't. Mm-mm. Well, that's right. Just because you're poor don't mean you're dirty. Amen. Amen. Amen.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's got nothing to do with the money part. I mean, that really doesn't. That's really no excuse for
Yeah,
it.
that's what I'm trying to say is that rural America is all of America is damn near rural. When you start going outside of a city limit, that's rural. So
Well,
think about that.
I grew up in the country.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. You go out to outside of city limit, it gets, it's usually flat or whatever, cornfields, this and that. Those people got nice homes, old Victorian houses, ranches, all that. Everybody don't live like that. It's a choice to live in a rundown ass house.
That's right.
He's a carpenter, allegedly by trade. So think about that. Why would you live like that and the husband has a skill? That makes no logical sense.
Well, do you think the people around there just don't want to talk about it?
Why would they have to live there?
No, I mean, what
Think
would
about
the
it.
people have to feel
But I'm saying,
from
okay.
talking about it?
Let's look at the laundry situation. That lady, she spoke, I guess, because she didn't give a damn about Brian and his parents. But somebody else won't do that. You see where I'm going? Somebody else on that street will say, hell no, I'm not speaking to the public. I don't need people bothering me and knocking on my door. And then they find out I said something. They might try to do something to me.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And then that's rural America. If those people like the Wells are into certain things that's
and
illegal,
everybody doesn't know everybody's business.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So then if you start talking about these people and you live back there and it's small and a person can easily get to you, now you're gonna have somewhere to sleep. And now you've opened your mouth and said something, and you got to worry about somebody coming to you, or they might send somebody to do something to you.
That's true.
Well, there's Pinky.
No, don't look. I'm gonna turn the light.
I'll look at you,
Pinky. You'll see a sight. I got to turn this light out.
Don said it's people coming out saying it's a cult from the church. Yeah, okay. Well, maybe.
Oh, let me ask you, has he been on anything lately, or has he been?
I haven't heard his. I haven't heard his.
I just can't watch him no more. That's just too much. Too much.
What's her name? Her name is Pinky.
Uh-oh.
Okay, Painted Pony.
Oh, look.
What?
I thought I saw somebody.
Where?
Up there. I guess I didn't.
Up where?
Up there with you.
Hell, girl, let me get off this live now. You talking crazy. Let me get out of here. You talking about you see some ghosts.
No.
Ain't nobody up here with about two naked ladies. He might come up missing in action. He's coming down from sitting on the thorn commode. Junior, please.
What?
Talking about that girl that was on the live last night.
Yeah, she was upset.
Y'all are crazy.
I was sitting there. I thought about her today.
Well, all I can say, I told her I just pray you'll be okay because
she wanted to talk.
I don't trust nobody, so that's why I said even the stuff I say up here. Of course, naturally, there's always somebody that could try to find me just for something I've said in my own commentary. But you're in a smaller demographic. You have to be very careful.
Well, I don't know.
Because you're making accusations of sexual assault. So somebody would get offended by that. Even if it's the truth, he would be offended. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, I know.
Elisa Jed, how you doing? But that's the truth. That man gets wind of this live. Ooh, Lord have mercy. That's all I can say.
And he'll know who she is.
Yes, that's what I told her. I said, you think he
About
doesn't know your
just
voice? He
well,
knows your voice. Somebody else that knows the story knows your voice. Once they start listening to you talk, they know, oh, that's such and such. You know what I'm
well,
saying?
he'll know because he was there. He'll
Mhm.
know exactly who she is.
Somebody said she blew my mind, and I felt like she was on both sides of the fence, my opinion.
Yeah, she was a little bit on the wrong side of the fence. Well, because
Well,
of
somebody
what,
said both sides. So what's the wrong side? Donald Wales
well,
side?
no, she was, yeah, yeah.
I
Because
want
of
to say
what
something.
she
I
had,
have to be careful what I say on the live. What I was wondering is, well, could it be somebody just want somebody to think, well, let's go on this channel and let's see, tell this, so they'll think Donald's innocent. Because you never know with people.
yeah. Or she could be
Apparently,
just coming at it from the angle of what she
listen
went
at this.
through.
Someone showed Don Wells' Facebook post asking Dog to find Summer. Oh,
I would love to see Dog ride up. I didn't even know who he was till the other day. I'm like, when he was walking up to that house, I thought, what in the world is that with that hair?
Yeah, Rags, you can drop it one more time, and I'm gonna top out at 3 hours. Don't nobody else come up here. Can you imagine Dog responding and not knowing the back history of Donald Wells? That would be a hot ass mess.
Yeah, it would.
Thank you, Rags. That would be a hot ass mess.
Well, let me ask you, do you think he's got any chance of finding Brian Dog, the bounty hunter, whatever his name is?
Well, I mean, anything's possible.
I mean, does he really find people?
I don't understand what you're saying. Say what, honey?
Does he really find people?
Who?
Dog,
He's a
whatever,
bounty hunter.
the bounty hunter. I mean, I know
That's
he
what he
has.
does for a living.
Well, he might find him then.
He might. But what I think is sad is that people will call Dog and give tips and not give it to law enforcement. That's not right. You should want to call the police and tell them, because those are the people working on the case.
Well, I was thinking too, they don't have an arrest warrant for him or didn't.
Okay,
And
Lisa, stop it.
so maybe they didn't feel like they needed to go to that campground
That's
or
what somebody said.
anything.
I wish he would. Beth. Oh yeah, Beth was feisty, was she not? His wife, his first wife, or second wife, whatever. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know her.
Oh
I
yeah, I
didn't.
used to watch them on the show years back. Boy, they were interesting to watch, I must say.
No, see, I don't know him.
Well, wait a minute. You from the South and you ain't watched Dawn? What you say?
Was it like a reality show or something? I don't watch
Yes, ma'am.
those.
Filmed in Hawaii.
No, I don't watch those. I never did get into the. I like
Yeah,
old
like
movies.
yeah, Beth. One thing I will say, that lady has some boom booms on her.
Didn't he
I
just?
was like, ooh.
They said he was on his honeymoon when he
Yeah,
got
he
kicked
married this
out.
other lady. Yeah, he got married again. Sure did.
He cut his honeymoon short to try to do this.
Hey, he wouldn't have cut my honeymoon short to go chase after no food.
No, I don't think I would like that.
Gina, I don't remember that. You ain't cutting my honeymoon to go chase no damn dirty laundry.
No. Wouldn't you hate for your last name to be Laundry?
What I would hate is for you to put dirty in front of it.
Maybe that's what's wrong with him. He got picked on as a kid because his last name.
Don't start, Pinky, please.
You know he got picked on.
Hey, laundry basket. You know how kids make up stuff. Laundry basket, how you doing, laundry basket? Kids can be so cruel. How you doing, laundry basket?
Or you stink like dirty laundry.
Yeah. Here comes dirty laundry. He stinks. You know, your kids can be cruel.
Yeah, parents don't stop them, and nowadays they don't. I don't think some of them don't. Not all of them.
Well, I'm gonna ask you something. Do you think he's? Because I think I asked you this earlier when you first came on. I asked you, where do you think he is? I think you said you didn't know. Do you think he's in the South still? How about that?
Yes. Yeah, I do. And I think the odds are really good he's
Well,
somewhere in Florida.
Jennifer, oh, I'm sure
The odds are good he's in Florida. I mean, Florida'd probably be an easy place to
somebody
go.
could tell him. I think those children are dead. So I don't know how much you'd be doing with that. I think those boys are dead. I really do.
Well, do you think they ever made it out to where that last place they lived? Do you think those boys were ever there?
I think Bakersfield holds the key to the children. And I believe that's why Bakersfield now has the case. Something about Bakersfield. Naturally, they were born there, from there. So naturally, I can see the case going back there. And I think that's normal. FBI has found something, but they can't tell us. That's common sense. Just like this case. They can't tell you everything. They won't tell you everything.
I wish somebody was following those parents around.
Well, they've got people out there that were running around on the ground. So why not? That's all of it.
Well, I know people went out there. I mean, I did see that.
My thing is you
when
got
I
to be
came.
very careful following grown folks around, because what you got to remember is somebody is missing right now, and you can mess around following them and get your ass missing
That's right.
because you don't know those people. You don't know anything about them. You don't know what they've been doing. Just like this, you don't know Brian Laundrie. You don't know his parents. You don't know anything about this boy.
But I can see how somebody younger without a family could get really involved and upset over these cases and try to go figure out what happened. When nothing's done, there's no public outcry, and
We
it
talk about
doesn't
the
seem,
boys.
yeah, doesn't seem like they've got anybody that cares about them, anybody looking for them. I can see how somebody can get caught up in wanting to find those kids.
Well, so that's why you have to be careful. Blurred lines. You have to be careful, because first of all, you don't even know where to start looking for the children or anybody when you don't know the people. Would you ever know where to go look when you don't even know him? If you knew him, Trezell, you might have an inkling of where you think the children could be. But if you don't know them, how in the world would you know where to look for a child? Children. You know how big California is? It also neighbors other states. You're talking about Nevada, Oregon, Arizona. Come on.
So they don't even know a time frame,
You
really, do
also
they?
have a big ocean that sits beside California.
Lord have mercy.
Quarries as well. So where the hell would you go look? You don't even know the time frame of when the children were last seen visibly. So you have
Yeah,
to count
that's
all those things in searching for somebody. When were they last visibly seen by an outside party that could say, I saw them on this day. This is how they look. This is how the parents seem. You don't even have anybody telling you that.
I know. So why aren't those parents arrested? I
I
bet
don't
if
even
I
call
went
the
up,
police department.
I guarantee you, if I went up to the store and stole a pack of cigarettes, I'd be locked up. And these parents,
Of course they
their
get the
kids,
report money.
their kids go missing, and
Mm,
nothing happens. I don't
mm,
understand it.
yeah. But see, that's the law. That's to protect all of us. That's why we have laws.
I
You cannot just arrest people because of how something looks. If that's the case, a lot of us would be arrested if we were judged on how something looked, how
yeah,
something seems. Because look how many times we watched the story and the people looked guilty and they weren't guilty, and they had another suspect at apprehended for a crime. That's the thing, how it looks. Like with the whales, it looks bad. With Jacqueline Trezell, it looks bad. But what do they have against them to bring forth an indictment? Obviously, nothing.
yeah, but looks like they would have to answer where their boys were. When was the last time they were seen in
See, that's the
public?
whole point. We're not going to know what was said because they're not going to tell us. They may have told them something that didn't check out, but the point is, police can't tell us what they said.
Yeah, but I thought when your lies don't match up, that they held you.
Uh, Depending on the state you're in, possibly city, See, everybody's got different protocols. No, Alicia, we're talking about Cal City, sweetheart. I would assume about to say John. I'm assuming Mr. Dog would get the reward if he finds him. He would get the money.
I think he said he wouldn't keep it. He would
But I'm just saying, rightfully would
donate
go to
it.
him.
Yeah, and he's spending a lot of money, I'm sure.
Yeah, because you got to remember, he's got to pay for all his hotel stay, eating, all his resources, being in Florida or whatever he's doing. That costs.
Cost a lot of money.
He's paying out of pocket himself.
Wow. Do you
It's
reckon
a crazy story.
You think it's dumb to think that? I mean, I don't really think it, but do you think it's possible he went to Mexico?
Where, baby?
Mexico.
No, he won't no damn Mexico. Let me tell you something. Brian ain't getting ready to go nowhere where he know he can get his damn arm and leg cut off. Ain't no way.
I don't think so either. I really don't. I think he's in
You think
Florida.
I'm going to go to a country where they kill white people?
I think he's in Florida.
Think about what I'm saying. People have gone missing in Mexico. Their own people have gone missing in Mexico. You think I would risk going in a country where they will cut your arm and leg off and I'm trying to stay alive from killing this girl? Hell no, I ain't going no damn Mexico.
Don Wales.
The last place a white person on the run would go to when you know they gonna kill you because you white. You know what I'm saying? Hey, come over here. I'll give you a ride. And then your arm, leg missing. And what did I say? 7 times stole what the devil stole. We got to give it back. Well, cut your arm off, leg off, ankle off, head off. There you 7 times. Ta-da! And he would put himself and serve himself right for killing Gabby. Because you didn't have no business killing that girl. You could have ended it. Both of you all could have ended it with each other and went their separate way. And Gabby could be doing her own thing and he does his own thing. It happens every day. It doesn't work out. You keep it moving. You don't kill people.
What I don't I mean, if it's possible that he is the serial killer, I don't think he killed her.
You know what? Stop it. Y'all.
Because I don't think he killed her because they weren't getting along. I actually.
Who done it says Brian is soft. He's somewhere with creature comforts. Yeah, that's what I believe.
I agree.
He's somewhere.
I think he's in Florida somewhere.
Real comfortable.
I think he's in Florida. Florida looks like it'd be an easy place to get lost in.
You don't know what those parents went and did in those 2 weeks.
No, when they took that camper off, you think they wouldn't take supplies or food?
That's what they're talking about. That's what they're talking about.
Whatever he needed somewhere. They haven't taken his daddy's truck to see where it went.
What? Gina Queen is true that Gabby was found dead, naked on top of top of what? Gina, please stop. What are you saying?
Have they released more information?
Elisa, all you got to do when you see something nasty, just block it. No timeouts. That's all, baby. But he's selfish. He couldn't have her. No one was going to have her. So much so that he took her advantage, took her dream with him. Yeah, well, see, like I was saying about this other fool that killed Desheena, because I'm sure he is the one that killed her, Mr. Bassett. The same death you claim somebody else will probably happen to you.
Huh? When
you claim somebody else's death, it can be the same. Same thing can happen to you.
Say that again.
Sweetheart, when you kill someone.
Yes.
Thank you, Alyssa. Why do you think that can't happen to you?
Well, of course it can.
Okay, that's my point. Brian has killed somebody, could have killed some other people. You think you're going to be able to just keep wandering around out there in La La Land and nothing bad can happen to you?
I wonder what he's thinking right now. I mean, what was he thinking?
Well, let's call Roberta and Christopher and ask. Tell us what your son is thinking right now, because we know you're talking to him.
I'm surprised.
Thanks, Elisa. Anytime, baby.
Some of these crazy YouTube channels, I'm surprised they're not calling them and messaging them and all this.
Okay, Rags, thank you. What they said last night on somebody's channel, Gabby was on some rocks naked. I don't need that.
She was out there a while, so I guess anything could happen.
Well, I did Google because of all the things I cover on this channel, and out of curiosity, how long it takes for a body to decompose, and the running rate is 3 weeks in extreme temperatures such as heat. That the body will go all the way to bone. Longer and even years if it's preserved, such as water, cold.
And then there's animals.
So that's something to think about. If you died in the summer months, you're naturally going to deteriorate quicker because of the heat. But it's just hard to fathom in your mind a body going down to bones in 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying?
I know it is.
That's so scary.
But we also
go ahead. I'm sorry.
We also have to look at it like this. When she died, it's terrible to think about all the rest, her laying out there and everything. Mm-hmm. But she was going home with Jesus, hopefully, in that moment.
Well, we know if Summer is indeed deceased, that is exactly what she is. Yes.
Yeah.
And but it's just scary thinking the person was walking around and then some creature decided they were not fit for life.
Right.
And they snuffed them out. That's scary to me because, as I told people, I am Desheena Kyle. I am Gabby Petito because, one, I'm a human and I'm a woman and I've dated. So you don't know the hour someone will turn on you. You see, many people have been turned on.
Yeah.
And most murders are not random. They are by people that the people know.
They are, aren't they?
That's why I said that with the children, with Summer Wells. It's too risky to go up in there.
Oh yes, it was.
You would have had to plan that and gave her to somebody for me to believe somebody took her. Because how do I know when you're coming home? How do I know who lives there? How do I know how many people were there? How do I know you didn't have the AT&T guy there? You didn't have a plumber there. See where I'm going?
Oh, I know.
So those are the things you have to think about when you say someone was kidnapped and abducted.
They woke. Mm-hmm. Did you hear me?
What, baby?
I said, stay woke.
Yeah, stay woke.
That's right.
You don't know people.
Well, in the beginning, I sort of felt sorry for Candace until it didn't take too long.
Well, tell me why. Tell me why.
That interview she did with Chris.
Well, just tell me why.
After that phone call.
Okay, so I know about the Tennessee Body Farm.
The what?
Tennessee Body Farm. It's where they lay the bodies out and they time everything death.
Who does that?
It's a body farm, baby, for dead people. It's at the University of Tennessee.
To do what? For
baby,
medical?
listen. Yes, research, sweetheart.
Oh my gosh.
How do you think they are able to time things? They have to have cadavers to use to do those research.
Oh, I know that. But I mean,
But it's a body farm over by UT. Yes.
Yes, but you donate your body. You do that.
Okay, and guess what? Your body goes out in that yard at the body farm. You're missing it.
It's got to go in a cooler now.
Okay, you're not listening though. But at some point, sweetheart, your body comes out to the body farm.
Do they bury him?
Pinky, don't do this.
Well, do they bury him?
Baby, how am I gonna bury you if I'm trying to do research on how long it takes for your body to deteriorate?
Oh Lord, have mercy! I didn't know you were talking about
That's
that.
what we're saying. It's a body form. The bodies
Oh
are lying
no!
outside.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, it's a research. It's a
Now I
research.
will not sleep tonight.
Well, the thing is, somebody has to do it, baby.
I know, but we don't need a
That's their way.
farm.
That's the only way they're going to know how long it takes for this type of bug to do this, to do that.
Oh my
That's how
God!
they get their. That's how they get their data to give you information on decomposition.
Oh my gosh!
Mhm. Yeah,
Well, that's about all my body'd be used for.
you'll be serving a purpose.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because guess what? In the end, when they put you even in a casket, there's still going to be creepy crawlies that make their way inside of the casket. I'm sure.
I don't think so.
You don't think you don't
That's
think
what.
you don't think insects will crawl inside the casket when you put in the ground?
No, because they put you in that metal box, and then they put you in the
Well, if you
coffin.
can't afford a metal box, you do know that people are not buried in metal caskets, right?
Well, back way back when they were.
Pinky. You're thinking of them.
Just
You're thinking that
you need
everybody's
to.
buried. You're thinking that everybody's buried the same. They're not, baby. I saw a man buried in a cotton box when my mother was buried. So listen to what I'm saying to you.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if he was cremated after that, but it costs to bury people.
Oh, I know that. I know
So
that.
this man didn't have it. Obviously, his family didn't have any money. He was in a cotton blue box. It was like a velvety, like a rayon fabric box. Because I remember when relatives, they were looking at a casket, and I was looking, and I saw this box, and I said, "Ooh, that's interesting." I said, "Oh my God, that's not a casket. That's like a cotton box." And lo and behold, the day I go to the wake, and I pass this little room because they had so many rooms with dead people in them, for the wakes and stuff.
Yes.
There's this guy I passed, older man in one of those cotton boxes. I almost died. I was like, "Oh my gosh!" I was like, his family obviously didn't have any money, so that's all they could afford was one of little cotton boxes. So
Well,
damn well, if they happen to bury him in that box and not cremate him, that box is going to deteriorate fast, and the bugs and all they're going to eat right through that little box.
that's right. That's right. Mm.
Lori, why you say you feel bad for Pinky? What are you saying?
Because I'm not going to sleep tonight.
They studied the body parts. Yes, they studied the body and stuff at the body form. Yeah, see, you learned something new today.
Lord have mercy. I don't want to think of the word body.
Yeah, because I saw a program about it. The doctor, he's a really nice guy.
Mm.
He's an older man, if he's still living, that runs the body form. He's very passionate about his work.
Is that near you?
Yes, it is.
Go ahead and tell me.
Yes, I pass the body farm every weekend when I'm getting on my journey to where I'm going out for the weekend.
Well, tell me about the doctor.
Well, he's an older gentleman. Why you want to know about the doctor?
Well, you were fixing to tell it.
No, I'm just saying that he's a compassionate man. He knows his craft.
That's just creepy.
Oh Lord, the gophers chew on you too. You guys, please stop.
You know your fingernails don't quit growing, right? Your hair. They say. Whoever they are. Like my dad always said, who's they?
I'm dead. I can't fool with you. That's what we're talking about, Samantha. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about the UT body farm.
Mm. Gosh.
Yes, I pass it every weekend. I'm going to pass it tonight when I go out.
You're going out tonight?
It's Friday night. Yes, I am. It's Friday, honey.
Oh, that's right. It's past midnight.
Where are you, Pinky?
I was gone all day today. We had to take my granddaughter to
Yeah, you
the
ever watch
Charlotte.
Mrs. G? Somebody in the chat said watch Mrs. G. She's good. She shows you what happens when she does the autopsies. Yeah, I
I don't.
watched her.
No, I can't. No. Mm-mm.
She's
No.
out of Florida.
No, I don't want to watch any of that. Mm-mm. Nope.
That scare you?
Yeah, that's not for me. Mm-mm. No.
Okay, somebody says they plan to donate their skin for skin grafts. That's a good thing.
I thought about donating on my license, and then I thought, somebody might need something. And I
Well,
might
somebody's
just.
going to need everything. You don't know somebody might need an ear, a lip, or it
I
sounds
know.
morbid, but just there's
But
always somebody needing something. People that's in car crashes, fires.
I know. But
You know,
what if you're just hanging on by a thread, and somebody needs your part, and they're like, "We'll go ahead and let her go on, so then we can get that."
say what?
They might just say, "We'll just go ahead and unplug her because we need a few this for
Now you're
somebody."
starting to talk. Now you're starting to talk TV talk. Now,
So I changed it on my license. I'm not doing it anymore.
okay. So you just gonna let all you just go deteriorate in that box.
That's right. In that box, and I don't want to be. I've
And I have been thinking about that lately too, about dying. I thought, what if we find out that everything that we have been told is not true? That you
nah,
just die and lay and you
no,
just nothing happened. No, just hear me out. You pass away and that's it. You just lay in the box. That's it.
nah, nope, no.
But I'm just saying, what if you die and you find out that that's not what you thought, what you was told?
Well, it'll be. I mean,
Because then it
I,
won't matter. No way you won't know. So it won't matter because you're dead. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
right. That's right. But I think there's an afterlife. Not a ghost.
This is a soul survivor. You can donate your body if you like. Well, I was gonna donate something of mine, but I don't know.
I don't know. They might unplug you because they want you part of you more than.
Pink Lotus says, "What if you pass away and go to another universe?" I've always thought of that. You have a new chance at life. Yeah, I thought about that too.
Another universe?
Yeah, just another alternate universe. You go, you start over, you be somebody else.
Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah. Honey, we're just hypothesizing. We're not just hypothesizing. That's all.
Look, don't get me confused.
Well, you believe in what you want to believe in. I'm not here to tell you what to believe in. But what I'm saying is, we've all been told a certain thing about as far as the Bible, this and that. But I'm saying, what if we find out that's not true? That's all we're saying. And you wake up, it's nothing. Or like she said, you wake up, somebody gives you a ticket. Hey, you want to go over here and start over? You don't understand what I'm saying? You get to go start it over again. Or hey, we can pick between the ages of 20 and 30. You want to start over again. Or you get to pretend to be somebody else. It would be nice if you could go and start over.
Oh
Maybe
no,
not be no, not be yourself, not be yourself. Because most people have a life they would never want to relive.
of course
I
not.
wouldn't want to relive my life. No, I wouldn't. No.
I
But to
wouldn't.
start it again and do something else.
No, I would rather go to heaven.
You wouldn't want to relive again?
Mm-mm. No, no, I wouldn't. Life's a little rough sometimes. I've lost my husband. I've lost my husband. Lost my grandmothers, my grandfather. I want to be with them one day.
Right. Well, I understand that. But that's why I was saying, what if? Just what if it was not true? And we don't go to no heaven. We don't go to no hell. We don't go nowhere. Just
Then
saying.
I guess we'll be in that box
With the gophers
with the gophers and the
and the
bugs.
insects.
But I tell you what, I hope I've got a light in there because it's going to be awfully dark. I'm not going to
Ooh,
lie.
look, because I can tell you what, I tell you what be bad. It's like in the movies, you wake up and realize, oh, I can't get out of here. Those movies I do not like. I do not like anything about being. I don't like kidnap movies. I don't like anything about being in a small space contained like a casket or a box. Man, I'm cutting that off. Those type of movies, I don't do those kind of movies.
Those movies where
I don't like closed spaces. I don't like closed up spaces. That's why when I hear these horrible stories of people who've been kidnapped or held against their will or whatever, and they say they put them in a small container or something, man, I lose my mind.
Yeah. You remember hearing about that lady that was in the hospital at the bottom, zipped up in a bag. They thought she was dead. Somebody saw the bag moving around and she was still alive.
Say what now?
It's been some years ago.
Mm.
In the morgue in a hospital in the basement. She was zipped up in the bag.
Oh, and alive.
And she was still alive.
Yeah, I've heard stories of people like that. Yeah.
That's scary.
Yeah, that's very scary. Yeah. Or being on the slab and the door's shut and you realize you're still breathing.
Well, you wouldn't be able to breathe once they put you in there, I doubt.
Well, you know but that thing is cold in there. That iron, that metal thing that they shoot you in on a slab. That's not hot. Well, I think that's what happened with that black lady last year that I did a story on. They pronounced her dead in the house, and then she got in the. They put her in a bag, I think, and put her in the ambulance, and she was alive. They didn't find out she was alive until they got her to the funeral home. I said, "What in the hell?"
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, that's a true story. That happened. That happened last winter. Detroit.
Yeah, I've heard that happen a couple of times.
Yeah. Oh, your MRI? Yeah, that's scary, the MRI. The MRI. What you do with the MRI, you just close your eyes. You close your eyes before you get in the tube. Don't open your eyes in the tube.
Don't open
You close your eyes before you get in the tube. And then once they roll you in there, you keep your eyes closed the whole time. They talk to you. And then once they say, okay, we're getting ready to remove you out, keep your eyes closed. Don't open your eyes until you in that damn room.
That's right. That's right. And just be
I don't
still.
open my eyes when I'm in the tube.
And just be real still. And think of something else. Is everybody gone home?
Yes. No, they're still here talking.
What are they talking about?
Crazy stuff. Talking about no arms and this and that. I think I need to give you nerve pills. I'm going to have nightmares. You ain't going to have no nightmares. Just don't think about it, you guys.
I'm going to have nightmares. Talking about a body form.
Well, baby, they got to do that. They got to experiment.
I never in my life heard of that.
Well, you know they do that in medical school. What do you think they use when the people are studying medical school?
But when you say a farm, I see bodies out there on the ground.
On the ground?
Like in a farm.
In a farm, yes. Laid out. Like sheep, just lay it out. But they did.
Did they cover them up?
We're going to stop talking about this, Pinky.
I mean, do you ride by there and you see them laying out there?
If you was walking there allowed you, I'm sure you would.
I mean, I know in the building, but they don't leave them in the yard, do they?
I'm going to leave that alone.
I'm glad I don't live close.
Auntie said, just have your life right, because you go to hell, they eat your eyeballs out first. Auntie, please, really? I wasn't expecting that. I thought you were just going to say, get your life right so you don't got to worry about going to hell. You're going to say to eat your eye. Oh, I can't. Satan, please, get your children. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Lord have mercy.
I don't think it's going to matter what they eat, because once you feel that fire, it's a wrap anyway. What they said in the scripture, man in hell asked God for just a drop of water. So hell had to been that hot. I'm gonna tell you something. I had a dream when I was a little girl. that I was sitting in a room. I can remember like it was yesterday. And this is what scares me. Some of the stuff that I remember, it's like people are like, how could you remember that all these years later? When I was a little girl, I dreamt that I was in a wood shop or some type of shop where God was making me. He was putting me together.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How'd it work?
I mean, he was just putting me together. I was sitting on like a stool, something. And I remember the room was brown. Even to this day, when I recollect, the room was brown. Everything was brown. And he was putting me together. It's the weirdest dream.
How old were you?
I was a child.
Were you scared?
Young. I was very young.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Tim, what are you talking about my event? Oh yeah, I know. I gotta go. Yeah, I gotta go to a funeral here shortly. It is a nice dream because you rarely hear children say, and then he broke the mold. Oh, Lisa, thank you. But that's a very interesting
Oh,
dream for
that
a child to have.
That is.
To be sitting in a room and God, it's like he's in there, he's talking to me, he's telling me what he's doing to me while he's putting me together. It was a strange dream. But I'm just saying, I've never heard of a child ever saying they dreamt about God in any type of capacity. But I remember that dream. I remember that dream even to this day. I was a young girl when I dreamt that dream, and I was sitting in a room, and he was putting me together. It was very weird.
He put you together good. He did a good job.
He did. Well, I hope so. Some people might beg to differ, but that's the whole thing. We're all flawed. None of us are perfect.
Well, when people.
I know one thing. Look, I know this much. Ain't nobody looking for me for killing nobody. I bet you did.
Do you know when I first started watching you and people would come up, I would be sitting on pins and needles because I knew you were just gonna jump right on them.
Why you say that? Why?
Because sometimes when they come up there and they say certain things, you start questioning them about this, that, and the other. And
But I always question. That's what people don't understand. See, a lot of people think that I'm mean. I'm the type, I'm not going to let you say anything without explaining yourself. That defeats the purpose of inviting you to come up and you say something. And I'm curious about what you said and why you said it. And I don't ask you, why did you say that? Why are you thinking that way? What made you come to that conclusion? That's what you're supposed to ask, especially when you're talking about true crime, because it's really Play-Doh to just get up on a panel and say, I think they innocent. And then I don't say that back to you. Then I go to the next, like the news. Back to you, Bob. That makes no sense.
I know, but I was always a little nervous for the.
Well,
people.
Alicia, my skin color, I guess it would be brown, yeah. But you understand what I'm saying? Anybody can just get up on anything and say, I think they're innocent. I think they're guilty. And then you are the host or hostess and you don't even ask the person why they think that way. I ask you these questions so you can think. Yes, I'm a critical thinker. That's what I do. Because I want you to explain to me why you think these people are innocent. What you think about what they did. What you think about what they said. It would be boring to just let people get on the panel and just say, yeah, she did it. And then I go to the next person. Then they say, yeah, he didn't do it.
You're right. I mean,
what would be the point of the show?
I know it makes it really interesting.
If you go right now to any old talk show, Oprah, Dr. Phil, all of them, he is not going to sit there and let you say, yeah, I had an affair on my wife. And then that's the end of the show. He don't ask you, well, when did it start? Why'd you do that? How do you feel now? Or as Dr. Phil loves to say, how's that working for you? He gonna ask you questions.
Did you get that part?
I ain't heard nothing back.
You'll get it.
Because it was they were supposed to start filming at the end of the month. So right now would be considered the end of the month. I mean, start picking people, at the end of the month. Sunset said she had a dream about summer. How did it make me feel? I don't know. I was a kid then. Just strange, strange dreaming about God. I don't know God. I didn't meet him personally. So I just, as a kid, it's like, okay, he was putting me together in a dream. This is very strange. Your color depends on what kind of sand you were on when he makes you. Oh, okay, Kim. Okay. Well, the room was brown. So you see I'm brown. Well, most of you know who follow my content, who've been on this journey with me 2 years now. I talk about hypothetical things. I don't always talk about true crime, entertainment. You understand? Because I like to break it up. I'm a diverse person, so I like to do different things. I wanted to talk about something hypothetical tonight, but I want to get this story out about Brian. And then that's when I also learned when I got home tonight about Desheena, because I went into, the search just to make sure that what they had extra. And then that's when I got the news. But every blue moon, I like to do hypotheticals. And I haven't been doing hypotheticals since talking about Summer Wells. So I will probably go back to that format here in the next day or two. I want to go back to what I was doing before, which I did a lot of that on the weekend when Beverly would pop up. That's my alter ego.
Oh, okay.
And Beverly comes on and she hoops it up, and it's wild. It can get a little ratchet. But there was a question that this guy asked these people on the radio station tonight. And I was on my way. I was at the grocery store coming out when he was asking. I was in the car. And he asked the lady, he said, how do you feel about hanging with your neighbors? And she said, huh? And she says, well, how do you feel about fraternizing with your neighbors? So she said, well, my husband hangs with the neighbors all the time. He says, you don't feel no type of way about that? She's like, no, it don't bother me. So my topic would have been, should you ever sleep with your neighbor?
Oh, my Lord. Well, the answer to that would be no.
Good luck. Pinky, put your pearls down, Pinky.
I don't have any pearls. I don't know why you think I've got pearls.
It doesn't mean you really have pearls on, dear. It's a black folks thing. We're going to have to work with you, Pinky. Jesus Christ. But you understand what I'm saying?
No, I don't know.
Well, I'm going to try to explain it to you. You'll make me forget what the hell I'm saying. Damn it.
You were talking about sleeping with your neighbor.
It's a hypothetical. It's
Well,
a hypothetical question.
Why would you want to sleep with your neighbor if you've got a husband?
Pinky, we ain't saying somebody did. We're saying hypothetical, baby.
Well, it wouldn't end up good. I wouldn't imagine. Probably somebody.
Well, let me tell you this. I asked my brother about it tonight, and of course, naturally, well, it could work out. No, it usually don't. That's why you don't do it.
No.
The old saying, you don't SHI where you eat. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if something goes bump in the night with your neighbor, your coworker, it's all the same. You have to have somewhere to live. You have to go to work. So imagine you have slept with somebody in your apartment complex, let's say, the guy upstairs, downstairs. Well, now things go bust. It doesn't work out. Now you have to bump into Paul, Joe, whatever, with your new beau, or if he gets a new friend, you know how awkward that would be? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, that would be awkward.
So I feel like I'd have to explain that to him, but he was like, oh, it could work out. Who knows if they jive or not? And I thought, why are you asking this person? This is the worst person to be asking this question.
A man would be the worst.
Right. Don't ask a man nothing. Not nothing like that anyway. But that was the subject I wanted to bring tonight before. And then I said, well, I'll do it another time. So maybe the weekend before, I go out, I might do a hypothetical because I like to do hypotheticals. I mean, I'm diverse. We've talked about being transgender. We've talked about extramarital affairs, menage a trois. I go very deep with my panel, with my guests. We have talked about everything on here.
All right.
Same sex, everything.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. I've brought hypotheticals to the channel.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. I mean, what would you think about, would you marry your sister's husband?
No, I don't have a sister, but no.
let's say your sister died, Pinky. Damn, Pinky. Pinky, I'm gonna get you off my line because I think we're going a little too deep for you. We done went to Hollerville, so we gonna bring you on back. We gonna bring you on back.
Oh man. Yeah, the answer
But you understand what I'm saying? There's so many things that go on in the world that people don't talk about it. So every blue moon, will bring up a topic that something has happened. I have heard a story of a man who killed his how did he go? His he killed his aunt's. Damn, how did it go? His mother. So his mother was married to a man. The mother died. Then her sister married the husband after the sister died, and the son ended up killing the man. If I got that right. Because he was upset. Hello, Lexi, baby. How you doing? Yes. Who done it? Yes. I'd like to switch it up instead of keep talking about, all this missing people and death and stuff. I like talking about, hypothetical stuff. So I will probably come back on. I might come back on tomorrow before it gets late, depending on what time I get back from the services. But I would like to do a hypothetical. We'll pick a juicy topic.
All right. Maybe I can watch. I don't know. Depends on how juicy it is. I might not be able to stand it.
What you mean?
Well, I mean, it might be a little bit, risque for me.
Pinky, guess what? You is hiding already in the dark. It ain't gonna hurt you. You ain't even got to come on the live. You can just listen.
I'll listen. No, I won't come back on.
Okay, I got one for you.
What?
Are you listening? Thank you, Lexi. What do you think of a man that's married, that has affairs, different women, and has affair with a woman who's married?
Well, I think it's terrible. I know people that it's happened to. It's awful. I mean, yeah. I mean, that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Two of my friends that happened to.
Mm-hmm. See, what I always think is a worst case scenario, because let's say one will pop off. You're talking about the dynamic of 4 people, correct?
Right.
So the assumption is that nobody's going to pop off.
Oh, well, but it did.
Well, but I'm saying, when the people are immersed in the story, they don't think somebody's going to pop off.
Oh, no, obviously.
Until somebody pops off. So imagine this guy's married. He ain't getting ready to pop off on the mistress. And he might be a little jealous of the wife. But let's go then to the mistress. Could she pop off on the one she's sleeping with, and or her husband finds out about her?
Well, generally they all found out.
And then imagine this. Imagine something happens to the husband who's been doing all the sleeping around. He's found dead somewhere where he ain't got no business.
Yeah.
How are you going to explain, let's say, a married man in a hotel with another married person? You got to call 911 to get him out the ambulance. He goes to the hospital. The wife shows up to ask, about her husband. And then they tell him he was at the Motel 6. With whom? See, people don't think about stuff like that.
No, they don't. I guess the worst thing that happened was my friend's husband who was cheating on her with. They were hanging out with another couple. He did get his gas tank full of sugar, so I feel quite confident that.
Say what now? Say it again.
My friend, her husband was cheating on her with another couple they were hanging out with, the wife of the other husband, and it all came out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, were they swinging? Do you know?
No.
Okay.
It was just my friend's husband and the other man's wife. And he woke up one morning to crank his engine and it was full of sugar.
Oh.
So I feel quite certain that
Soul Survivor says a woman she knows personally was on Snapped. Okay. Interesting.
was snapped.
It's a reality, not a reality. Well, it's a true crime show about people that snapped and killed somebody.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm. You know,
That was
you're saying the craziest stuff. Oh my God. Well, Pink, they want you to be thick like a Snickers if you want to go to a nude place.
what?
That's crazy. Nothing. I ain't telling you what they say.
Oh, what are they saying? Are they making fun of me?
No, somebody in the chat was talking about they would go to a nude beach if they weren't thick like a Snickers. So funny.
They would go where? To a new beach?
Mm-hmm. Well, people don't think about consequences, and that's how most people get hurt.
Exactly. That's exactly right.
It's like a preacher having an affair openly and never cared.
That's right.
And he ended up dying a horrible death. I'm not trying to, excuse me. I'm not trying to laugh, but I'm sitting here thinking about how he died, and I'm thinking, could this be some payback for some way back? I'm just he fell down a flight of stairs and broke his neck.
Or did he?
Huh?
Or did he fall down the flight of
You
stairs?
know, good night, Pinky. Now, this is the first time when you act like now you joining the living. Okay, so, well, all I'm going to say is, was it the church secretary that pushed him down the stairs? Pinky, don't start, don't mess. You are riot. I'm gonna get out of here, but I thank you, Miss Pinky.
I enjoyed it.
Okay, next topic. Just look at it and don't hit the bell because I don't think you'll be able to hang with the next topic.
You'll never know.
Yeah, I'll try to do one. I don't know if I'll do it tomorrow, but maybe Saturday because tomorrow I'll be probably busy. But yeah, I'll do a hypothetical. Yeah, Pinky gets woke. That's a good title for the video too.
That's right.
Pinky gets woke. That's cute.
You really should sell shirts. You should.
Y'all a hot mess. Thank you all. Thank you all so much for joining us. Pinky, I'm gonna take you down.
All right.
Be
Good
careful.
night.
Have a good weekend. Good night, baby. Bye
You
bye.
too.
That was Pinky, everybody. All right. Prayers for Desheena Kyle. As most of you know who's watched the content in the beginning, she was found deceased. Her remains was found this week. Prayers to her family. The boyfriend, John Bassett, is believed to be, he is a person of interest in her homicide. Police have deemed her disappearance, now death, a homicide, and he is number one on the chopping block. I brought you commentary pertaining to Brian Laundrie, different things that have transpired in the past week with him, and also information coming out of the National Forest where he and his girlfriend were at the time, Miss Petito. And you're entitled to believe what you want about this storyline. It's a baffling story. It's a bizarre story. You don't know what is the truth or not, but I do believe he killed Miss Petito. I'm almost to the point of believing that he's possibly murdered some other people out there because now I'm seeing other people that have gone missing and now deceased. A man's remains by the name of Mr. Lowry was just found this week out there. Last seen August 20th. So what's the truth? What's going on? I will wait for the autopsy report to come back on Mr. Lowry. And I'm hoping that Mr. Lowry died of natural causes. Because if I get information back that Mr. Lowry died by homicide, hell yeah, I'm going to say that possibly Mr. Laundrie could be behind his death as well, because there's too much hanky-panky going on out there in that park. And they're all in the month of August. And now I find out in reading an article, somebody else went missing in June 8th. Now, I'm not saying Mr. Lawrence behind that, because they're allegedly saying, I think he got down there middle of July, I think something I read earlier. So I have to double check. But something's weird about out there. Very, very weird. And too many people have come up dead in the month of August when he and Gabby were out there. I pray that he's found and he's brought to justice. I do not want him to take the coward's way out and kill himself. I want him to suffer because he needs to suffer. I believe his parents are complicit. They have aided him into going on the run. They have helped set up a cushy way for him to get gone. I do believe they know where he is. I do believe they are corresponding with Mr. Laundrie. They know where he is and they're corresponding with him. That is what I believe. Thank you all so much. Pinky, be safe. You all be safe. Yes, serial killer, possibly. Thank you. Yes, everybody be good to themselves. This is the weekend. Be safe. Watch your surroundings. If you see something, say something. Prayers for Summer Wells, Cal City Boys. Prayers for the Petito family. Prayers for Desheena Kyle's family. Prayers for another woman missing here out of Knoxville, Tennessee, Miss Muncie. When I get more information about that, because I didn't go into Google to see any other new updates, but she's went missing, I believe, last weekend, and another body was found this week in Knoxville, South Knoxville, and I'm thinking to myself, dear God, is it this lady? Either way, the body belongs to somebody. I don't know what's going on with these people murdering people and dumping them like trash, but women, we are valuable. Children are valuable. And to just be discarded like trash in a house, abandoned house, side of the road, really? Please be careful of the company you keep. You are in a situation that has become volatile. You suspect this person's behavior is off. Man, just forfeit it and say the hell with it. Leave it alone. Walk away. You don't got to talk. You don't have to answer the phone. You have to do nothing else. You think something's not right with this person, just please cut it off. You don't owe anybody an explanation. Thank you, Samantha. Thank you so much. God bless all of you. Prayers for all the people I've mentioned in this live. Brian Laundrie, I hope they find you soon. I really do. Because you need to stand account for what you did to Gabby Petito. And these mind games you're playing, you and your parents, it's probably not going to end in your favor. So why don't you do yourself a favor and turn yourself in? Thank you all. Thank you so much. Turn yourself in, honey. Do yourself and do the world a favor. Because I think perhaps things are not going to end well for you. And I don't think your parents have really taught you. Thank you, Lisa. They haven't taught you anything. That's why Gabby's not here. They've been coddling and enabling you all your life. And you've just become a glorified damn bum. But you see, you keep on ducking and dodging out there, you're going to get just what you gave that girl. You're going to get the same thing. So why don't you turn yourself in, honey? Thank you all so much for joining me. God bless you. This is Everyday Shenanigans. And if you want to donate to the channel, $ Big Angie 129 Cash App. It's in the description of all the videos. Thank you so much. God bless all of you. Have a safe weekend. And prayers for me today rather. Tyra Glanton, no longer with us. God rest your soul. Prayers for her daughter and grandbaby. Pay my respects in a couple of hours. Thank you all so much. I'll talk to you all later. Bye-bye. Good night, everybody. I'm going to get out of here. Thank you, Rags.